It was terrible, but it worked out. But yeah, so that's going on today. Obviously, fall camp, Tim Cramsey, and we've got Aaron Torres coming up here at 11:15 to join us as well. I know he's got a lot to say about basketball, not just the team right now, but also how recruiting is going for 2027. He's got some high praise for the Razorbacks and what 2027 and that recruiting class can look like as well. So a lot to get to here on this Friday. We've got our Today in Review, all the fun stuff like we always do every single day here on Halftime. So make sure you stick with us between now and 2 o'clock. But if you miss any of the show, remember that you can always download the Hit That Line app wherever you get your apps if you don't have that already, or go to hitthatline.com and make sure you're listening to all of our podcasts here on that Hit That Line network. That is from Morning Rush, Halftime, Ruskin and Zach, all of us right there. Anything you missed, you can download the app, and it is right there at your fingertips for anything that you missed. And as we always like you to do, rate, review, and share with your friends so that they can hear all of our shenanigans as well. More Halftime coming up as we kick things off on this Friday after this.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee.
I love Arkansas. I love everything. Yeah, give me that thing here.
Your home for every Razorback football game.
College to midfield, the 40, the 30, college at the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Only on ESPN 95.3.
The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes fresh from scratch salsas, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy warm chips to start your meal. Plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more that will make your experience one you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with the CPAP every night? The noise, the constant cleaning. Is your wife telling you she can't take the noise anymore? Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental Practice, Fort Smith, can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LindberghTeam.com, LIMBIRD.
When you need legal help, turn to the law offices of Craig L. Cook. With over 40 years combined experience, the Cook Law Team works for you. If you've been injured in an auto accident, hurt on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help with bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Seems like a good day. Burn a bridge or two. One with Ballwood creaking. Burn away right on cue. Not like that. People leaving without acting. Talking.
You're listening to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
About 11:15 here on this Friday. We're going to head to our Lewis Automotive Group hotline, joined by Aaron Torres. Aaron, always joining us on Fridays, a Fox Sports Radio host and the Aaron Torres podcast. How's the week been?
Happy Friday. Hope I'm not getting too many hard-hitting music questions today because I didn't do my homework before the show. So hope we can just stick to football and basketball, if that's okay with you, Alyssa.
That's right. No more. I promise. No more on that.
I'm kidding.
Absolutely.
For people who missed it, sure. that was sarcasm. I know you know, Alyssa, but for people who missed it, I got some music questions last week, and I did not pass the pop quiz. So that was sarcasm for people who missed last week's episode or appearance.
Yeah, you know what? We forgive you, and we won't do that. We won't do that anymore. Hey, speaking of basketball, I know that everyone's really excited about what's going on campus with the current basketball team, but it's looking like Cal on the recruiting trail is racking up something that could be really special in 2027 too.
Yeah, no, it was just I talked about it a little bit on my show today. It was just a question that somebody sent. And I think what will be interesting is one, like you said, Alyssa, is that there's a lot of excitement about this year's team. I think there's going to be, based on what we saw in the Bahamas, there's going to be a lot of turnover because there is more NBA talent on the 2026-2027 roster. And I think over the next few weeks, we'll start to really get a clear vision for who Cal is prioritizing in 2028. So I think what really stands out to me is, and I will admit, like I was even somebody that when Cal left for Arkansas, I knew he would have success, but I really did wonder, would he continue to be able to get those elite players? And I know it's kind of the argument on social media that I have tried to stay out of, but I know others have not, is what was the brand? Was it Cal? Was it Kentucky? Whatever the answer is, you know, Cal is clearly having no problems. And I think he's really establishing himself in Arkansas, thanks to Darius Acup, thanks to some of the guys that have come through. And, it was one of the questions I answered on my show today is I think the momentum is going to continue into the 2027 recruiting class, which, of course, would be the 27-28 Arkansas team next season.
Yeah, well, and you got a guy like, you know, Beckham Black that everyone's talking about, and it doesn't hurt, even though we've talked about this, that, you know, Anthony, his older brother, played for Musselman at Arkansas. That connection is pretty convenient for Cal when you're recruiting a guy like Beckham Black, who is one of the best in the high school right now.
Well, no doubt, but I still think the connection definitely helps, and I think it makes that specific recruitment unique. Of as Beckham Black starts to narrow his list and set up visits, like I just wonder how much he feels like he will need to get to Arkansas. I mean, it's almost in some ways like a portal recruitment where sometimes guys commit without even visiting campus. But I also think too, Alyssa, we've seen a lot of different circumstances where guys have ties to schools, but the school isn't in position to, maximize that player's talent. I mean, this has nothing to do with Arkansas, but I remember talking, Paolo Banchero played at Duke, and he was the number one pick in the draft. And both of his parents played athletics at Washington. His dad played on the football team. His mom played on the women's basketball team. And early in his career, it was kind of a foregone conclusion. Oh, he's just going to end up in Washington because that's where his parents went. But Washington really wasn't in position to maximize, that recruitment opportunity because they just weren't very good. And I'm only bringing that up because with Beckham, there is no doubt that the ties to the state of Arkansas, the ties that his brother have to the university are going to help. But at the end of the day, if John Calipari wasn't winning at a high level, wasn't producing NBA players at a high level, and showing that you can come to Arkansas and still be in position to reach all your goals, then I don't know if they would be on that list. Now, we don't officially have a list, so it's not to say that they definitively are, but I think the ties unquestionably help. But I think also ties only go so far if the program isn't in position to capitalize on those ties. And it feels like, again, without knowing exactly what that recruitment is going to look like over the next probably 2 to 3 months, Arkansas is in pretty good shape, in part not just because of those ties, but because of what Cal has actually done since you've gotten there.
We had the Hall of Fame game kicking off. Football's here. Everybody can settle down, especially in the South. But I want to ask you a question about the Hall of Famers that went in. If you had first pick, you're a GM, Aaron, Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald. There's no wrong answer. Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, Roger Craig. Who you taking to start your team?
Well, Bill Belichick was supposed to be in this Hall of Fame class, so that's one of them too. I didn't hear everybody on that list. Whoever was the first guy, Drew Brees, I don't have all the stats in front of me, but, one of the 5 most productive quarterbacks ever. I'd probably go with him. I'll be honest, I had it on for half a second, but the number of people who were making sweeping takeaways on Carson Beck last night, kind of blew me away. I thought we all understood it's the Hall of Fame game. It's mostly, if not all, going to be backups. And I was kind of just surprised how I guess, like you said, man, everybody can calm down now. Football's back. We'll get games that count towards the win-loss record here in the coming weeks. But I was kind of blown away by how much by how much people were into it, and how much people were actually taking away from it. But to answer your question directly, probably Drew Brees would be the answer there.
Yeah, that draft. Michael Vick was the number 1 overall pick in that draft, and Drew Brees was the number 1 pick in the second round. And then when it went out and just outperformed everybody. Yeah, I guess I that's what I want to ask you. Carson Beck's a little bit older than most rookie quarterbacks. Played college football for years, 5 years there. Haynes King, undrafted ACC Player of the Year last year, scoring the last game-winning touchdown. Who has the better career? When we're talking here in about 4 or 5 years, Carson Beck or Haynes King?
Well, I think Carson Beck's just going to get more opportunity. I'll say this, I had the stats at this time last year when he transferred to Miami. I don't have them now. I always thought Carson Beck, it was kind of like evaluate is the wrong word because fans don't really evaluate players, but he was talked about, I thought, in kind of an unfair way. He had a great, what would have been, I guess, a redshirt sophomore year. That was the year Georgia. I guess that was the year. I can't remember all the details, but I guess that was the last year, if I remember correctly, of the 14-team SEC before Texas and Oklahoma came. That was the year that Georgia went undefeated and then lost to Alabama in the SEC championship game. He was awesome. The next year, his stats went down. But if you actually looked at it, I don't have all the details in front of me, but it was Georgia led the nation in drops, and I think they had a wide receiver suspended, and there was all sorts of craziness that season. And so he transfers to Miami, and then of course he had the elbow injury in the in the SEC championship game, and he transferred to Miami, and it was like he was this kind of punchline, and I never really understood. I mean, I know he probably isn't the most personable guy off the field or whatever, but I never really understood why he got so much flack. Obviously, he proved a lot of doubters wrong by leading Miami to the national championship game last year, but it's probably him just because he's going to have opportunity. I know Jacoby Brissett is the starter there in Arizona, but he's obviously not a long-term answer. Carson Beck probably isn't either. They'll probably draft a quarterback in the next NFL draft, but I would say Carson Beck just based on the opportunity that he'll have.
And then the quarterback battle that has me a little bit intrigued, the Minnesota Vikings with Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy. What's your thoughts on that? Like, is it as open as everybody thinks? Does Kyler Murray win that battle?
It doesn't feel like it's open. That's the thing. It feels like everyone is just handing it to Kyler. So I'll be honest. Is J.J. McCarthy is another one that I always thought got a bad rap as well. When he was at Michigan, he wasn't asked to do a lot, but there was a lot of chaos around him. I mean, his final season at Michigan, the head coach was suspended for half of their games, and the biggest road game of the year at Penn State, they find out an hour before kickoff that the offensive coordinator is now going to be the head coach. So, I always thought he got a bad rap. I will just tell you, behind the scenes, I was kind of told that the coaching staff didn't really buy into J.J. McCarthy during the process, but it was kind of the front office, and now the front office is gone. So that's another one that feels weird. But to your question, Matt, I don't really feel like it's up in the air. I feel like everyone is just handing it to Kyler. And what I would say about Kyler is I don't think he's somebody that can be, sustained for 17 games. Again, another thing I don't have all of the stats on with me right now, but we were talking about this on Fox Sports Radio the other day, is I think only one of his last 4 seasons has he played more than 13 regular season games. And it's just because he's 5'10", probably 185 pounds. It's just hard. Matt, you would know better than I would, or anyone would, how hard it is to maintain a high level of play at that size. So, I don't think either is the long-term answer. It feels to me like Kyler Murray is going to be the week 1 starter, and it feels to me like they're probably another one that's going to be drafting a quarterback here in April or May of 2027.
Sticking with the NFL, I'm loving this trend. It feels like the NFL is getting back to actually valuing running backs. You saw Jamar Gibbs just get his new contract extension. Bijan Robinson signed his. You've got Jonathan Taylor with the Colts. And for a while, there were so many questions about whether or not they were actually highly valued on a football roster. So what do you think? I mean, I think the game is better when the running backs are really able to run the football well, get paid for what they're doing, and have that really ground and pound style. So what is your opinion on the way that the running backs, maybe we're seeing a resurgence here on the way the football is played?
Yeah, I think everything in sports I have come to find is very cyclical. You go back to the NBA and basketball 7-8 years ago, it was, if you're not shooting this many threes a game, you have no chance. And now you look at the NBA, and we seem to think that Victor Wembanyama is going to dominate the sport for the next 10 or 15 years. I mean, even in college, shooting is still important, but what is the thing that everybody talks about? Positional size. I hate to say it, but to circle back to Arkansas, they didn't have enough size and physicality last year when it came to crunch time in the NCAA tournament. And so I think all of this stuff is cyclical. And I really do think, physicality has come back to football. I think we all thought for a while there it was going to be just this Texas Tech, Texas Tech back in the pre-NIL days when they just used to score 70 points a game and couldn't stop anybody on defense. I think we all thought that that's where football was going. And to reference J.J. McCarthy in Michigan, I mean, I just referenced the fact that, he as a first-round quarterback wasn't really asked to do anything. I mean, there was literally a game where they ran the ball 31 straight times against Penn State. And so you look at college football last year, Mario Cristobal and Miami advanced in the college football playoff because of physicality and offensive line play. Indiana, I think for all the Mendoza talk, look at how many times Mendoza actually passed the ball in the college football playoff it wasn't very much because Indiana controlled the lines of scrimmage. And so I could go on, but I think it's a great point by you, Alyssa, is that, like, sports are cyclical, and right now it feels like the running back and being able to run the football is, again, valued, where, like I said a minute ago, it felt like there was probably a 3-4 year window where we thought the future of football was just throwing the ball 50 times a game and having no running game at all.
I'm all about it. I think they need to bring back the fullback. Just bring it all back.
Neck rolls? Man, did you ever wear a neck roll, like a big one of those big old neck rolls, or what?
I was
probably not as a wide receiver. Right?
I was young enough that we had some linebackers on the team and maybe a tight end or two, you know, in high school and college that would wear some of those. Yeah, they kind of protect you from getting those stingers. You know, I wasn't ever going to hit anybody, Aaron, but like some of those people that were going to hit people, you kind of had to wear it.
Oh,
that was Zach Thomas neck brace.
That's right.
Up there. That's right. That's right. Hey,
looking ahead. Those are the good old days.
Right. Looking ahead to just college football. As we're talking players, is there a player or two that you're just really excited to see what this season could look like for them?
Yeah, you know, I think like I'm excited about all of the normal players. You know, Trinidad Chambliss is one that I'm very curious what he looks like. You know, the offensive coordinator, the new offensive coordinator kind of comes from that Charlie Weiss, Lane Kiffin coaching tree, but doesn't mean that there's going to be necessarily like that trickle down effect. I'm just curious if he can maintain it year over year. And then I will say, you ask about players, Alyssa, like I think the situation at LSU is interesting. You know, I'm not one that feels like if LSU doesn't make a playoff, doesn't compete for a championship in year one, it's a failure. I do think there's kind of a lot on Sam Levitt's plate, the transfer quarterback from Arizona State. And, like, for people who don't follow college football or just LSU football day to day, he did not practice in the spring because of, you know, a foot injury. And so, again, I'll defer to Matt, the ex-player, but, like, foot injuries are not something that, you know, you just bounce back from and everything's fine. One, they can linger, but two, on top of it, I mean, again, he missed all of spring football. And so now you're talking about a program where expectations are through the roof. We know the money that they spent to get rid of Brian Kelly, to bring in Lane Kiffin, to put together this roster. We get all that. Now it's go time. Now we're 4 Saturdays away from an actual game that counts in the win-loss column, and I think there's very little margin for error. I will also say very quickly, a person who's not a player who I'm just curious to see how he does because he's in all of a sudden a chaotic situation is two-time Arkansas head coach Bobby Petrino, who's at UNC. You know, their general manager basically is on administrative leave. You know, the situation with the defensive coordinator sounds scary because it's a medical leave and, you know, as a 39-year-old, that's kind of a scary thing to hear about. But I just think Bobby Petrino has maybe walked into another situation where, frankly, it just might be out of his control. I don't know how much fixing he can do there because it feels like there's a lot going on there. And I'll be curious to see, like, does he just draw up plays and put up points like he always has, or is that place so dysfunctional that he's really at a disadvantage? Because that place seems a little bit crazy right now.
It's very crazy. Who knows? Maybe he's going to get another interim head coaching by the time the season. Who knows? There it is.
We might be headed there.
That's what he's good at. Aaron, always great to talk to you.
The building by the time he's the interim coach, but that's another conversation.
That's right. We'll pick back up on that one next week. Hey, enjoy your weekend. We appreciate you, man.
All right, guys. We'll talk next week. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Thanks a lot, Aaron Torres there of Fox Sports Radio and the Aaron Torres podcast. Guys, one of the guys I'm really looking forward to seeing overall is what Malachi Toney can do his sophomore season.
Ooh, stay hydrated.
Yeah, right.
Talk about no reason to play preseason games or, you know, just get your reps in. You're working with a new quarterback. I think they're running the same system, but he's a guy that kind of like the Puka Nacua that was at BYU to LA, to the LA Rams.
It's the Rams, yeah.
He's going to get 7, 8, 9 targets a game. You're going to move him around a lot. He's you just don't want to overwork him too early. Make sure he takes care because once you have a hamstring or quad, it takes you a while to get back. But yeah, man, he's going to be fun.
He's special as a freshman. Excited to see what the sophomore season looks like. If you missed any of that conversation with Aaron, make sure that you have our Eastside Liquor Halftime podcast downloaded wherever you get your podcast. And you can always go to hitthatline.com and download the app powered now by Taco Bell. And hey, by the way, speaking of Eastside Liquor, they have a new location. So go check them out at 9410 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, a brand new building, brand new, over there with the selection. And so make sure to hit that up to maybe get something. Enjoy your weekend. We're going to enjoy the rest of the time we have here with you on this Friday for halftime. Stick around. We'll be right back.
I walked in and said, not my team. I'm burning the tape. Let's move on. Get on the bus fast.
This is halftime.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, are you dreading a lengthy, expensive bathroom remodel? With Bath Makeover of Arkansas, you can have your dream bathroom in as little as one day. American-made baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Revolutionary laser-etched shower walls that will never chip, crack, peel, discolor, or fade. Plus, with Bath Makeover's Price Lock Guarantee, schedule your free design consultation now, and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is also proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower with 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase, and call Bath Makeover at 1-800-NEW-BATH for a bonus $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
You're listening to Halftime Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Good morning. This is your Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast mix and match along. We've got fluffy eggs and sausage on a made-from-scratch biscuit ready, or perhaps biscuit and gravy. Ooh, maybe a sweet cinnamon roll. Wake up and smell that sweet deal. Mix and match any 2 for just $5 for a limited time, only at Hardee's. Don't snooze on the app. Snag juicy deals, order ahead, and get to work on time. Maybe. Exclusive app offers for registered My Rewards members only. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Before kickoff, get your game plan ready at True Grit Running Company. Whether you're calling the Hogs in Fayetteville or cheering from the River Valley, your feet deserve the best. Get expertly fitted for running shoes, walking shoes, and recovery sandals that'll keep you comfortable all season long. Visit True Grit Running Company, 6808 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Better running, better walking, and woo, pig suey.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
slowly, child is slowly began.
Welcome back to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Now let's get back to Halftime with Arkansas football legend Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
And that's what we need. We need the guy to win the spot. We need the guy that we put on the field. We need him to win the spot. We don't want the guy we put on the field because the other guy lost the spot, if that makes any sense.
It's almost like Arkansas offensive coordinator Tim Cramsey was listening to the show yesterday, Matt Jones.
He was.
That's exactly what you said.
Very doubtful.
I heard that. I was like, I heard someone say that yesterday before we heard from the Arkansas OC talking about the quarterback position there between KJ Jackson and AJ Hill. But he made exactly the point that you made yesterday, Matt, is that they've given them a list of things they want them to continue to work on and continue to do, things they, bad habits they want to break, things they don't want to see anymore at practice. And they want this to be a competition where the guy who has it has earned it through good competition and not because another guy lost the job.
It's going to be an interesting battle how this plays out. We've definitely talked about that both these quarterbacks are going to be needed. It's important to stay engaged. I almost like it to pick it sooner than later. You're going to let this build for 3 weeks and then pick a quarterback. That's how somebody does come disengaged. So you'll see, you'll kind of find out. But the numbers will show it. The coaches aren't going to make a decision and just say that's what we think. They're going to say, these are the plays you got, these are the plays you got. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is why we're going, they'll explain it to you. So it doesn't mean that you're a failure or not good enough. It's a competition and there's only one quarterback that can go out there, but both quarterbacks are going to be needed. It'll be interesting to see him play in that first game of the year, North Alabama. And who goes out there first? Is it pre-designed or predetermined where, hey, we're going to give whoever quarterback, we're going to give them 1 series or 2 series, then we're going to give the next quarterback 2 series no matter what. And are they going to do that with other positions? Are there other battles out there? Because we all get caught up on the quarterback battle. What about, do we know who all our 5 starting offensive linemen are? Do we know who our starting defensive linemen are? What other battles are out there?
Right, exactly. And I think we said this yesterday. I mean, outside of Quincy Rhodes Jr., I think every position is pretty wide open. And they're trying to piece things together. And I mean, you've got a guy like Kittler at center, so he'll stay there. But going back to the quarterbacks, I mean, yesterday when I was out there and AJ Hill running with the ones for the most part, I think the biggest thing is a few things. KJ just carries himself like a leader. He's vocal. That's his personality. He's out. He's loose. He's dancing to the music. Not in a nonchalant way, but in just like a loose way. He's out there having a good time. He's running around. He's rallying. He's talking. He's very communicative. I think AJ Hill's a little bit more of a quieter guy. Not so rah like KJ is, and went through some of the drills that we watched yesterday. I think the biggest thing for him is he's got to work on that release time, Matt. He's got to get quicker with getting the ball out. We watched them do a series. We weren't allowed to record it, but I watched his first series. There are a couple of times where if it was an actual game, he would have been sacked. And he got the ball out a little too late. He threw an interception early, a couple missed passes. And so they're still kind of working, I think, a little bit on his timing and mechanics back there in the pocket.
Yeah, I haven't seen if he's a long strider, if he drops the ball. I don't know. I haven't seen him play. But yeah, that's what camp's for right now. So nobody's doing anything perfect right now. You're making mistakes and then you're learning from it. You're learning technique. That's the coaches to coach them up and shorten things up, quicken things up, play fast, but play under control. That's man, how fun to be in that battle and to see how it goes. But to your point, leaders, everybody, when you're in a football, when you're in a locker room where there's 53 alpha males in there, the one thing you have to be is authentic. I don't care if AJ's not a jump around hoo-ha rock. I wasn't that way. Don't
right.
But
right.
if he is, and if you are, that's cool too. You have to be you. Lead, be authentic. Because if you try to be somebody you're not, you get found out, and there's really no coming back from it. So don't lie. Be true to yourself. Be true to your teammates. Work hard and learn. Try to be better each day. That's kind of what you're looking for. Have a smile on your face and have fun. I'm all for having fun and dancing. If they're playing music out there, you got a little shimmy. But what's your assignment? Did you just mess up because you're dancing, or do you know your technique and know what to do? So it's kind of a little thing like that. But make sure that don't try to be someone else or someone you're not. Always be authentic.
And I love you make that point, because that's so true, because I think sometimes there's that misconception of, the guy out there who's the loudest, who's all of those things is the one that people gravitate towards, but people lead in different ways. And you look back at Taylon Green, and he was much more of a calmer, kind of just always like cool as a cucumber kind of guy. And that is how he led that locker room. And he had the trust of the guys around him in the locker room. He just had a different way of leading it. And so I think that's important too, that sometimes, things appear one way in the 20, 30 minutes we get to be out at practice, and you take those things in, and that doesn't necessarily show the full picture.
That's cool. Anything else you saw? Did you?
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing is Antonio Jordan jumps off the page at you. He's tall and he's big, and they have got to find a way to get him, in my opinion, into the rotation somehow. That's the wide receiver from Warren. And I also, the D-line has the size. I mean, Danny Beal is massive, even out there as a freshman, standing around guys like Quincy Rhodes Jr. and Charlie Collins. He's huge. And I think that they really, on the defensive line, they're working on a lot of techniques. They're just young, but they look like they've got the size, right? So it was good to kind of see that, because for the last couple of years, size has kind of been a little bit of an issue. They've got the size. Can they develop that talent because they're young? And then watching some of the running backs yesterday, mainly one of the guys, because he was in at the time, Cam Settles. Cam Settles had a really good practice from what I was able to kind of see yesterday. And that was kind of the big three takeaways that I had out of practice.
I'm excited
Not
to get
terrible.
out there with you as well, Alyssa, today.
Yeah.
I'll be watching for some of those players that you just mentioned.
Yeah, I'm happy you get to come out to practice today. It'll be fun.
I don't get to leave as
it'll be
early as I'd like, but I'll be making it there hopefully in the nick of time.
That's perfect. It will be. It was hot. So if you missed it and you want to kind of take a sneak peek of practice, I was out there. We put out some video over on our social media platforms. Ty was out there on the first day, and we've got some stuff there too. So we'll talk more fall camp and a little bit more football coming up as we wrap up hour number 1 here at halftime. And
I'm so
I'm sorry, Alyssa.
What
Earlier,
is happening?
there's been a fly running around for the last 10. So I think I finally just got it.
He
but
did. It was
like it's
He's
been
split that
messing for the
sucker
last
in
30
half.
minutes with me, and I was like, "What? We got to get this fly gone with." And now it's gone. We're good. I'm back.
We need to get one of those guns in here that shoots salt at him. My God. What an impressive display. of
this is
athleticism.
what I miss when I'm in the Springdale studio.
Yeah, you got to get up here more.
Man, I do down there
Down.
technically,
All
but
right,
yes, yeah, I know. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll take a break. We'll be back. We'll wrap it up. Any more flies to kill? Kill them now on the break.
I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed.
This is halftime.
Dozy Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Dozy Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
They say consistency is the key to success.
they weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Fort Smith. Have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few. And have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro Outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee.
Can't stop addicted to the shindig. I'm gonna win big. Choose not to like or imitation. Your skin into the reservation.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Who is it? Who's the bird?
It's time for Today in Review. All the information you need to know about the moment. Today, right here, right now. Only on Halftime.
So much to learn.
Today in Review, we do it every single day right here on Halftime. Hey, today in 1606, the possible first performance of Shakespeare's tragedy Macbeth takes place in the Great Hall at Hampton Court in the Palace for King James. And I'm pissed at that because I had to read it in English class in like high school, and it was just the most boring piece of literature that could possibly ever be written. It was enjoyable. It was obviously well written, but I was bored. I was 16 years old. Give me a break. Hey, today in 1882, Hatfields of Southwest Virginia. West Virginia, and the McCoys of Eastern Kentucky feud with 100 wounded or dead. We'll have to get a little bit of a CCR playing later because today in 1969, Fantasy Records releases Green River, the third studio album by American rock band Creedence Clearwater Revival. Two very notable things happened today in 2007. In 2007, San Francisco Giants slugger Barry Bonds hit his 756th career home run to break Hammer and Hank Aaron's long-standing MLB record. Also today, the third book in Stephanie Meyer's Twilight saga, Eclipse, was published. Alyssa, were you a Twilight girl?
I read all the books, yes.
Team Edward or Team Jacob?
I was Team Edward at the time.
Boo.
Sorry. I could change. You know what? I'm older now. I'm older, wiser. I could change my mind.
All right, birthdays today. We'll get these done really quick right here. Newman, Wayne Knight, born today in 1959. Seinfeld, Jurassic Park. It says Third Rock from the Sun. They also probably should have included Space Jam in there as well. Happy birthday to Charlize Theron, Sidney Crosby, Mike Trout, Kyler Murray, and Jalen Hurts as well. National Lighthouse Day. Watch out if you're the mighty Denmark. National Raspberries and Cream Day, Purple Heart Day as well. Thank you to all those who served. National Water Balloon Day, and National Sea Serpent Day. That's your Today in Review. We do it every single day right here on Halftime, brought to you by our good friends at Fish City Grill. Get the freshest catch at Fish City Grill. Check out the August specials before they're gone. Fresh flavors, seasonal ingredients, only available for a limited time. Friendly folks and serious seafood at Fish City Grill 2003, South Bellevue Road in Rogers, Alyssa. We're about to wrap up Halftime right here. Hour 2 coming up on ESPN Arkansas.
The good old summertime is here, and Gelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Perlebone, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, get a 3rd free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Gelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Gelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Congratulations, you're officially part of the Crane Cash Winner's Circle. Feels good to celebrate those huge savings and all that extra Crane cash for your trade, doesn't it? With Crane, it's easy to feel like a champion.
That's because we'll beat any competitor's price. That's right. Bring us anyone else's deal and we'll beat it. Now that's winning. That's the Crane team.
Find your winning deal at craneteam.com.
The spring allergy and hay fever seasons are here, and Law's Drugstore has what you need to safely take care of you and your family. Law's Drugstore can fill and refill your prescriptions, and they have all of the over-the-counter allergy remedies to provide comfort. Call 452-6116 and ask about vaccine shot appointment for shingles, pneumonia, COVID, and whooping cough. Law's Drugstore, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind the Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hot link, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly to mostly sunny sky, a chance of seeing some showers, a few scattered thunderstorms, or high temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Chance of showers, a few storms tonight, and overnight low will drop down in the low to mid 70s. Saturday, just a slight chance of showers and storms across the south early, otherwise increasing sunshine, a high near 95. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 29 days.
Back and better than ever.
On the line, King, he's going to step up.
All the W's I've got, like wins. Come on.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
You can't run from this. I can't let them hide from me tonight.
Okay, it's a little long. I think you flubbed on that last.
Did not flub at all.
No, it wasn't a flub. It was
There was no flub.
But
It was not a flub.
And Matt Jones, all he does is make big plays.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
This loss really affected me. To say it's taking the wind out of my sails is an understatement.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios.
Billy doesn't care about anything. He's a nihilist.
I don't understand nothing.
It's only halftime. Matt Jones, don't be so cool, dude. Get you some.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
Are you a Leo? Is it go Leo Virgo?
I am a Leo.
With Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones.
Just go lose it.
Hey, we'll be back after this.
No, we will. Let's take a break.
This is halftime.
Welcome here to halftime. Hope your Friday is starting off to a good one here. Alyssa Orange, Matt Jones, Colton Little with you, and got a lot of football to talk about that we'll continue here after what we got to hear from Tim Cramsey, the Arkansas offensive coordinator yesterday, and some of the players as well. But first, we got to get to the hotline like we always do. It is that time of the day around this noon hour that we head to the hotlines, and our friend Charlie joining us. How's the Friday going for you, Charlie?
Oh, it's going great, Alyssa. You know, one of the things I do want to correct you on, please don't kill me. We're family. You're a part of my family now. Well, you know, I guess maybe more Matt and Colton right now because I've known them longer, but I guess I got a long way to go. I know, but I just that's kind of how I am, you know. It's what happens over time. Yeah,
We
but
love
anyway.
you, Charlie. We do.
We do.
I know. Alyssa's still trying to fill me out. As she told me, she had to get to know me. Alyssa, I don't know if you know this, but I just am very scatterbrained. I don't know if you picked up on it, but it's really easy. I don't know if that's part of being a Libra or whatever I am. But anyways, I'm so excited about football, guys. The Tunis Gills they're rolling here. They're going. And you know, Matt, did you watch that game last night, or are you someone like me who just does
the
that?
Tuna's skills or the Tuna's gills?
He said gills.
Oh,
Gills.
nice.
Both.
Nice.
Yeah,
I watched
man.
zero. I didn't get to see it. I watched a little bit of Dutton Ranch, and then I watched the Ted Lasso new season, and then watched a little Breaking Bad, and did some chores, and by then it was
There you
bedtime.
go. I'm not a big preseason guy. I don't know about you, but I will say this. I wanted to ask you because they have cut the preseason games back now to, well, of course, if you're in the Hall of Fame game, you get the extra one, but I think there's only 2 now, correct? So if you're a guy, I know they are doing when you played, I think they did 90 to 75. They did it like week to week, right? The cuts on the team, and then it was like down to 53 towards the end. Now, do you agree with this rule where they have made it where you're cutting from 90 to 53? I think they do it right after your second preseason game. Are you a fan of that, and also of them expanding to more NFL games and cutting back the preseason, or do you think that might not be a good thing for guys that are trying to get a job, right? I mean, if you're not, I just wonder what you thought about that. All you guys, really. I mean, I don't know. If you're kind of on the cusp of making a roster, I guess you know, you better earn it because you don't have long to prove it. So, anyways, I know we're more talking about Arkansas, but I just love that
That's
it's
okay.
back. I'm just so glad that football is back. Not really fully back yet, but we're getting there. I know we got our Jamboree game coming up. What day is that? What's our first game?
September 5th.
Yep. It is. Matt's right. It's a Jamboree game. What? I'm not trying to disrespect the other team. I'm just saying if we go out there and play like crap, though, I mean, you know, we can't be doing that. But that's one thing I want to see too before I go, guys. Something that would happen under Pittman at times when we'd be at home in some of these games that it felt like we should just beat these teams. And I mean, we struggle with Bobby Petrino and them. So I want to see a different level of focus. You know, we should dominate. We should play well. And you say you don't get nothing out of it. Well, you know, let's see if the penalties are down. Let's see if, you know, they're not putting the ball on the ground. my God Almighty, the last few years, I mean, we fumbled so much. I don't know. That's been some of the most frustrating stuff. So, anyways, that's what I want to see more than anything is the little things, and they're not really little; they're big things. Have you guys heard the?
They're different. They're difference makers.
They are. They
you
make
can win ball games.
Make
You don't do stuff like that.
That's it. You just said it, and that's my point. Because Trey Beatty made a point the other day. I was listening to Drive Time on the way home, and he said something that I actually really agree with. Football, if you simplify it down just a little bit, which teams make more mistakes? Which team makes the most mistakes in that game is going to probably lose, and the team that takes advantage of those mistakes is probably going to win. Sometimes, yes, the talent, matters too. But Arkansas, for the last few years, let's just be real, they're usually the ones making the most mistakes. So they got to get away from that. That's what's going to matter. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, don't hang up yet. You still there?
Yeah.
Oh, he left us.
He's got a quick trigger finger on the hang up.
That's fine. That's fine. Maybe I'll save my news for next week though. Yeah. I had something to tell Charlie. We'll save it for next week. He ain't going anywhere. But he's not wrong. He's not wrong about some of those things. To simplify, I think what he was trying to say is hold on to the football. Sounds pretty easy.
Yeah, and when you're talking about NFL training camp and cuts, I was a part of 5 NFL training camps, and all 5 of them, there's only about 6 jobs that are open. Like most of the jobs are guys that were there last year, or they were a top 5. You don't cut anybody in the first 5 rounds. Usually doesn't get cut. They give you a chance because they got to show they evaluated you, they drafted you. They're going to give you more opportunity. That's kind of what Aaron Torres was talking about, Carson Beck and Haynes King. If you're drafted or undrafted, who gets more opportunities? So the guys they drafted, they put out on the line. So yeah, but there is 8. I believe there's 8 practice squad spots. I don't know what it is now, but you can. So out of those, from the 53, there's 7 jobs that are open out of that 53. So if there's 90. There's what is that, 38, 37 guys, then you're going to have 7 guys maybe that have a chance to make the team, and then another 8 are going to be on the practice squad for when injuries happen and you're still going in. It's kind of like a 2-way contract in the NBA. You're going to get you're going to get a small amount, and then if you get called up, you get more money type thing. So, but you're still going to be going into the practices and be around the team, so you're ready. And you kind of, how the waiver wire goes, but that's just it. There's really not as many jobs that are open as you think that there are.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. It's a business, right? And they're trying to put together a roster. Going back to turnovers, and Matt, I mean, you've talked about this a million times, Colton. We've got that soundbite from Tim Cramsey because obviously another question that a lot of people wanted answers to in his press conference yesterday.
You punched me right in my gut, man. That's all we talk about, man. That's all we talk. That's all we talk about. And me is how we start. Me is how we start practice. That's how we yell. That's what we yell in practice. We got the kids yelling. We got the trainers yelling. We got the student training girls that walk around with the water bottles. They yell OTB. That is a pivotal part of the game. Okay, and that's what's going to change, and that's what's going to keep us in and win us football games. Okay, whatever the numbers were last year, I don't know. But at the other place I was at last year, a turnover was a big part of that game, and that is going to lose us football games if we turn the ball over.
Is he lying, Alyssa?
Okay.
Did he have the water girls out there? Did he have them out there yelling OTB?
I wasn't paying attention, but we can look today. However, I will say in one of the drills, and I was standing right there, I can't remember what wide receiver it was, so I can't name him by name, but he was going through a drill and he was holding the football, and they got onto him because they're like, we're seeing too much ball. We're seeing too much ball. They wanted him to tuck it a little bit more. So he's right. They are. I also, if you sat down and you just listened to Tim Cramsey's full press conference, he says, okay, about 1 million times. Yeah. Okay. I was like, please don't. I hope no one turns that into a drinking game. It would be disastrous.
Like Mr. Garrison on South Park.
Okay. Right.
Kind of just like that is about.
That's right.
Is that kind of
But they are. I mean, I witnessed that yesterday. In that one example of yes, to his point, they are very much emphasizing turnovers. It's just hard to simulate that, and you can do the best that you can from a practice to what an in-game situation looks like.
Hey, OTB. I'm telling you, Razorback Nation, we need to start yelling OTB. Just walking through the offices, just yelling OTB around the offices in the state of Arkansas. OTB means own the ball. Just yell it out.
I hit Ty and Christian with an OTB this morning, and they gave it back to me. So we're getting it started
OTB.
here. We need that to happen across the whole state. Own the ball, baby. OTB.
Own the ball?
Yeah.
Is that what he said? Own the ball. Okay. OTB. I like it. Can we get it on a T-shirt? Can we get it on a hat? On a koozie?
Oh, I'm sure they're already being processed.
Who's someone has to have trademarked that, right? Someone's on top of it.
Yeah.
OTB.
Well, it's off track betting for it's already got a thing for years ago for horse racing when you wanting to bet on a parlay on or an exacta. So that's what I think of when you OTB. Like if you go to Oaklawn and you're watching the ponies, but you want to bet somewhere else, it's going on too because somebody else gave you a tip. It's
a little better
it's
action over there.
Yeah,
off track.
Off
yeah,
track
you're right.
betting.
Off track betting. There you go. Well,
don't want the Razorbacks to,
No, you don't want
stay away from that. Stay away from that.
Off track betting. Yeah, stay away from it. And hopefully there's no betting on how many times Arkansas will turn the football over. This
I'm sure there's a bookie out there that'll give you an over/under on that.
That's brutal. That's brutal. But he's right. Don't turn the ball over. And I think a lot of things go differently for Arkansas last season, and in a lot of games.
There's one person that I know that will never turn the ball over, and that's Bath Makeover of Arkansas. And right now, they got a 60-60-60 sale. It's 60% off installation of a new bathtub or shower, 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts available, $60 Visa gift card with a bathtub or shower purchase, free $50 Walmart gift card with a free in-home estimate. They are the state's largest bathroom remodeler, official sponsors of Razorback Athletic. Expert installation in as little as 1 day, lifetime product warranty, 5-year workmanship warranty, 3 showrooms across the state. That's Little Rock, Harrison, and El Dorado. 1-800-NEW-BATH, 1-800-NEW-BATH.
Wrapping up halftime here. Going to take a break. We'll be right back.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
At Hardee's, we don't love bragging about the size of our original bag, but we do love bringing you the juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, crispy ham-breaded chicken tender wrap, or spicy chicken sandwich. All full-size choices, all faves. Plus, get fries and a drink, and all starting at just $5.99. When it comes to value, bigger is better. The original bag starting at just $5.99, only at Hardee's. Price may vary. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Not valid with any other offer, discount, or combo.
Championship caliber teams like the Razorbacks rely on proven performers. So do smart businesses. That's why Datamax proudly partners with Kyocera Office Technology, recognized by Keypoint Intelligence for delivering the industry's most consistent color performance. Kyocera is built for reliability, security, and results you can count on. Combined with the local service and support you've trusted for years, it's a winning combination for your business. Datamax, relevant technology, raving results.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few. And have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs.
With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
Get state sales tax paid when you trade all this month at Rath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and make the switch to any one of our great road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles and get state sales tax paid when you trade. Our road-ready certified vehicles are inspected, reconditioned, and backed by comprehensive warranty. Combine that with our non-commissioned sales team and the nation's best lenders on standby, and you've got an award-winning, hassle-free way to get your next ride. Make the switch to road-ready certified and get state sales tax paid when you trade all this month at Rath Auto Resources. 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Big news is rolling into Wheeler Power Sports. We're proud to announce that we're officially picking up Aprilia. From championship-winning racing heritage to aggressive Italian styling, Aprilia brings pure adrenaline to every ride, and the wait won't be long. Our first shipment of bikes is expected to arrive around in mid-June. And trust us, you're going to want to see these machines in person. Stay tuned for inventory updates, arrival dates, and exclusive first looks right here at Wheeler Power Sports. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here to Halftime. I'm excited about this next conversation, guys. I saw this article yesterday. We didn't get to it, so we're going to talk about it today. Ryan McGee, who we love, I think he's great. And he always writes his bottom feeders article during football season. If you've never, it's basically like a not top 10, and it's fantastic. A lot of times, Arkansas and Florida State have been in this article, which makes it a little more entertaining. But it's a fun read, and he put out yesterday his top 10 college football villains, and it's fantastic. And so I want to break this down with you, and see what you think. Number 1 is interesting. I'm going to say that. And there's also someone who is not on this list that I also think is interesting. So here it is. Ranking college football's greatest supervillains of all time. You ready?
Go for it.
Number 10, Caleb Williams.
Oh, that's your boy. Yeah.
Caleb Williams. So, I don't know. Got a love-hate relationship with that guy. Here we go.
Too recent to be in the top 10, in my opinion. But yeah.
Really, though? But, people really didn't like him.
Why? Because he painted his nails?
No, oh my gosh, no, that's not what, no.
Why didn't they like him?
Because he cried after a game that he lost. To me, it shows he's like, I just want to wrap up in a blanket and watch Netflix. It's like, yeah, because it meant something to him. Who cares? Like he's grieving. He lost the game. It's you as an athlete, Alyssa. I can tell you the thousands of times I messed up. But I can't really tell you all the times I did good because that's what I expect. I expect to do good, but when you let your teammates down, that's what hurts. And so that's just how he was grieving with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got some flack for that. All right, here we go. My guy, number 9, primetime, Deion Sanders.
I would say more misunderstood than villain, because you can't play 2 sports and go play college baseball, college football, go play. You can't do that and not be amazing at what you do at that high of a level. So I'd have to push back on that one.
This has to be for what he's done since his playing career is over, and the stuff at Colorado and some of the more gimmicky things. I think that makes more sense for what he did when he was at Florida State.
Well, I think it was more. I think when he was at FSU, I mean, you love to hate him. Like he's one of those guys where you love him when he's on your team and you hate him when he's not on your team. And he just played with a swagger that I think it was just like you love to hate. And so as a player, that's who he was. And then obviously as a coach, he's got 2 like villain eras. I love me some primetime. I love Deion Sanders. So, but I do kind of laugh because I was like, him being on the list doesn't surprise me. Speaking of someone that I cannot stand, and it's because I was in school for not all of them, but most of the years where I just watched him completely embarrass my football team on a football field, and that is Tim Tebow.
That's pretty appropriately rated because he was really, really good, and people don't like it when you're really good and you're also a really good guy. They just absolutely hate that.
Yep.
Well, it's like be a Christian, but don't tell me about it. That's the thing that people they so now you're better than me. Yeah, I think there was a little bit of hatred for Tebow because of his faith.
And he just beat my team all the time on Thanksgiving, and I'm not grateful for any of that. Like, it's Thanksgiving, I'm supposed to be grateful for things, and I just remember being so angry all the time. But as I feel like that's warranted for me. I have like a reason to feel the way that I feel. I love how number 7 is just ESPN.
That's a good one. And they may be, honestly, they may be not properly ranked. Probably, maybe should be a little bit closer to 1. I think that Ryan, whenever he wrote this piece, he said the opening line for explaining why is really, really good. Perhaps you've heard, but we hate your team. That's exactly right. That's why everybody hates him.
That's right. Number 6 of all-time supervillains in college football, Notre Dame. Number 6. Everyone hates Notre Dame because the Irish think that they're better than everyone and they don't want to join a conference.
They've also been very, very good for the majority of all of college football. So people don't like that either. Rudy Was Offsides is also mentioned in here. So yeah.
I think Rudy is a terrible movie, but that's irrelevant.
Oh, it's not a terrible movie.
It's a terrible movie.
It's a good movie. It's not true to life at all.
No, I don't like E.T. either. I think E.T. is a horrible movie.
Read number 5.
I will. The 1990 Miami Hurricanes.
Oh, that should definitely be number 1. I don't know how there's going to be 4 more
right?
that were everybody just ferocious about that Miami team. And they went. What was that one bowl game they went to and had like 17 penalties for 300 yards and still won by 30? It was.
Is it when they beat Texas?
Wow.
The Cotton Bowl.
Oh, watching that 30 for 30, you're just like nobody liked Miami. That's great.
Yeah. Taunting, dancing, they still won 46-3.
200 penalty yards. Unbelievable.
Yeah, 15 penalties for 202 yards, most of the flags for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Man, they were having nobody has more fun than Michael Irvin. You watch a Miami Hurricane game last year and you saw Irvin on the sidelines. Who was having more fun than Michael Irvin? Nobody.
All right, here we go. Number 4, the Boz. That's number 4.
He was a little before my time, I guess. I don't know why he was so
most
hateful.
Polarizing figure.
I don't know.
He wore a mohawk. Let's see, garnished a do-rag.
He had some
steroid
steroid accusations against him as well that people were probably not very happy with at the time. But he was sort of a cult folk hero for his, not concerned about athletes NCAA shirt that he wore that one time. You could call him a villain, but that was a pretty gutsy move to come out there and go against the NCAA.
Mm-hmm. Here we go, number 3. I can see this for sure, and it's kind of almost the same reasoning as Deion Sanders. Johnny Manziel at number 3.
That's a good one.
And I think it's a lot. Again, you loved him when he was on your team. You hated him if he wasn't, and you couldn't deny the fact that he could play football.
I'm sorry, we just got a text from Clorox. He said, "Did you guys realize that the boss is the sheriff in the Dr. Pepper Fansville commercials?" That's his redeeming trait. Clorox, you're right. Maybe he shouldn't be a villain after all. After all, he's an officer of the law for Fansville.
That's right. But,
Johnny Football, though,
he's on the list.
Johnny Football, though, I remember wanting to play like him, but hating everything that he stood for because, you know, he beat the Razorbacks a couple of times. We had him, I thought, dead to rights one time whenever the Razorbacks had the Aggies visit. And I got a chance to go to that game, and I thought that he just did some Johnny Manziel type stuff. So
I was at that game too. Yep,
always hated him for that. But man, when I was in the backyard during that time, pretending I was an athlete, a superstar athlete, I was definitely Money Manziel a time or two.
There you go. All right, here we go. Number 2, and this is interesting because it's, you know, he still is involved in college football. He's still around, obviously. Is Lane Kiffin.
I can see it, man. People, I still have a fault with him last year abandoning his team when Ole Miss made the playoff. And look, if LSU wants you, you're still going to be the LSU head football coach. Don't leave your team right before you're going to. The Tulane coach didn't. The James Madison, you know, those guys didn't, but they knew they were one and done. But, man, how many times are you going to have a chance? That Ole Miss team, you had a good quarterback. I thought if Lane would have stayed, they could have had a different path, a different route. So, man, and you're preaching family and togetherness and all this the whole time you're there. You're recruiting all these guys, and then you get to the moment that you've been trying to get to, and you said, no, I think there's a better opportunity over here. So, I totally – I thought it was. I thought everything about the way he made that decision was wrong.
You're not smuggling mustard bottles and golf balls into a stadium to pelt somebody with if they're not just one of the most loathed people of all time. And Matt is right. After every messy exodus that he's had from all of his multiple stops, he's left a lot of destruction and turmoil behind, including some at Ole Miss as well. I mean, the stuff that he said earlier this year in Vanity Fair, some of that was just downright, like, almost incomprehensible that a sitting college coach would say that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I think, too, that's the big thing. Is just like right now in college football at its present, he is, you know, the villain of college football. And I kind of think part of me kind of thinks he likes it. But that's just, I don't know. Lane Kiffin is polarizing. But the thing about people who are polarizing, you love them or you hate them, but it's attention either way, right? And for Lane Kiffin, like, no press is bad press, you know, so... this is interesting. All right, here we go. I know that Colton does not like this number 1. I'm also really shocked that there's not a person on here that I could argue is the most villainous college football power ranking villain, and he's not on the list. But number 1, Steve Spurrier.
The old ball coach.
Heisman
Trophy winner.
Yeah. I get
a little
misunderstood. I get McGee's reasoning, and Matt, you're spot on. He's misunderstood. Like, I think that for me, I love a guy that's quick-witted and can talk a little bit of trash. And I think that all the things that, you know, FSU, Free Shoes University.
Hey, come on. Don't be. That's called, hey, you know what? That's called jealousy, my guy.
Okay, I think that he had a winning record against the Seminoles during his time there. But
That's fine.
I will say, like, you can't spell citrus without UT. All those little quips and those little jabs, those were part of his personality. Yeah. I don't think that he was like, there was no malice. There was no ill intent behind those things. And of course, no one likes to hear somebody talk trash to you after they win. But Steve Spurrier did happen to do a whole lot of winning. So most of it was warranted. I just don't think that he's the number 1, like, bar none, greatest college football villain of all time. But he can certainly be put up there because he had some pretty good one-liners that would stick in your mind forever and just eat you alive. But number 1 overall, I don't necessarily think that that's the best villain that they could have chosen.
Yeah.
Who's your guys? If anybody out there has somebody, because I kind of thought Woody Hayes might be on there for punching another player.
I thought about him too.
Maybe it's just too long and time heals everything. But if we got any listeners out there that who should be on that list, Jim Harbaugh 100% should be on that list.
So here's some dishonorable mentions. And again, the person that comes to mind immediately is not on this list or this dishonorable mentions list. And it's kind of shocking to me. But here are those names: Baker Mayfield, Diego Pavia, Vontez Burfict, Connor Stallions, the NCAA.
Yeah,
Hugh Freeze, Phil Fulmer, Ryan Leaf. I cannot believe Jameis Winston that's on this list. Are you kidding me? He's a national treasure. And Maurice Claret.
Claret just got bad advice.
Yeah, he did get some
he wasn't. I've been around Maurice Claret. He just got bad advice.
So you know who's not on this list that shocks me? Urban Meyer.
Oh yeah.
How is
should
Urban
be on
Meyer
there.
not on this list?
Yes.
He might actually be my number one.
Yeah.
And it's not because he coached at
Oh, well,
Florida,
a little bit.
but that is a sleazy human. Really?
Man,
How are you not on this
When
list?
you don't leave your team plane to go home to see your wife and you're at the bar with your hands on some other, that is as sleazy as it gets. What are you talking about?
That
And then saying you're going to leave for, health issues and then just go turn around and take the Ohio State job? Okay.
That counts, Alyssa. I think the stuff that Matt was talking about, that was when he was an NFL coach, right?
Oh,
There was all
okay.
that stuff come
Okay,
out.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't
No,
know
I
if
think-
you can lump all that into it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but he was in Columbus, Ohio. We're lumping it in.
If you're in a college town, that counts too.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple people that are texting some things in here. They're not looking for legitimate criminals. They're not looking for people that did nefarious, disgusting, horrific activities. That was
those
not
people
what the
don't
exercise
deserve
of the argument
don't-
was.
Those people don't deserve attention.
They don't
period.
deserve any more. You're right.
Man.
I know
That-
Baker Mayfield probably could have found his way on this list as well. And the NCAA is another glaring omission, in my opinion, because even recently, the stuff they're trying to stick to Tennessee with $400 for the flights and everything like that, and their complete and total lack of control over almost anything now in college football, basketball, or really anything, any major sport, it seems like, they definitely probably could have found themselves on the list.
If we were talking basketball, I can see that Nate Oates would be on this list. My
Yes.
guy JB. We're talking football, but
Pitino
that would
would
be
be
a
on
that
there.
would be a basketball one for sure. Yeah, Patino. Maybe we can make our own basketball one at some point. But that was it. That's Ryan McGee putting that together of the all-time top 10 supervillains of college football. It's a pretty good list. Pretty good list. I tweak it a little bit, like I said, but I like it. I like spicy, though. I'm not going to lie. I like people with a little edge, a little spice, a little fun. Makes the game somewhat
Brian
exciting.
Kelly
from
could be on the list.
Brian Kelly
Rick
could totally
Neuheisel could be on the list. I'm trying to think
Mhm.
other coaches in the last 30 years. Petrino could be on the list.
Yeah.
If it was a personal list, I'd have Shane Beamer in there somewhere, but it's not a personal list.
What do you personally have against Shane
He's a
Beamer?
nepotist and a whiny little
Okay.
baby. And the only reason that he ever
Fair.
had a job was because his dad was a good coach. That's just my opinion. It's Colton Little's opinion. Doesn't have to
For
be
sure.
shared with
No,
anybody else.
I just was asking. I was
He's
curious.
a big whiny baby, and Brett Bielema
Yeah.
would put him in a body bag, and he did
You know-
almost on the field.
Heisman voters could be on the list for
Yeah,
Darren McFadden for
absolutely.
not getting a Heisman.
That's right. Troy Smith.
Well, people
would be on
say,
there for me,
yeah,
too.
someone said that. I think it was Brent in Kentucky said, I'll never forgive the old ball coach who was number one on the list for not voting for DMAC for the Heisman. So,
Mhm.
he also said that, talking about villains, he thinks Alex Golish at Auburn might be a new and rising upcoming villain in college football.
Hey, John in Fayetteville's on the line here. He has one person to add to the list and then a question for you, Alyssa. John, you're on halftime. What's up, boss?
Yeah, so I stepped out of the car for a bit. I don't know if the late 80s SMU Mustangs were on that list or not.
Good addition.
Ooh, solid. They aren't. It's
I
another
mean,
great
they're
one.
pretty much, they would have been completely legal by today's standards, but I think they're the ones that kind of set us down this path. And then second, Alyssa, now you've been able to see practice, and with college football coming around the corner, a quick question for you. How in the world do you think E.T. is a bad movie?
Thank you, John. You're a good man. Call in anytime.
I'm sorry, John. I don't know what it is because I like sci-fi movies, and I don't like E.T. I just didn't. I don't know.
How
Maybe
could you
it was,
not enjoy the sweet, cute little young Drew Barrymore, the
No.
sense of adventure, the fantastic score? It's some of Spielberg's best work. Harrison Ford plays the principal in that movie, even though his back is
Yeah.
turned the entire time. It's a fantastic movie, Alyssa.
I
You
just
should
didn't.
rewatch
I
it.
didn't. I couldn't get behind it. I don't like Dirty Dancing either. I don't like that movie. That one didn't hit me, and people love that movie. It's got like cult followings. I don't know. it just doesn't do it for me.
You're putting baby in a corner with that, and nobody puts baby.
Yeah, that's
in a
right.
corner.
Well, I do.
That's just
I put
bad.
baby in the
God
corner, and I put
bless.
ET on the shelf, or maybe in the garbage. Just don't like it. Not my thing. I'm so sorry.
That's your
Please don't hold
opinion.
it.
It's okay.
Please don't hold it against me. That was a fun list. Thanks for everyone who participated and weighed in on their opinions as well. It is about 12:30 here on a Friday for halftime, and it's about lunchtime, isn't it, Colton?
It certainly is, and you got lots of places you can go for lunch, but one of the best places to go for lunch is Flyway Brewery Company. Looking for a good weekday lunch spot in Fayetteville or a place to host a lunch meeting that actually impresses people? Go check out Flyway Brewing Company. A fantastic menu there, plenty of space for private dining as well, and of course, it wouldn't be Flyway if they didn't have the fresh beer there. Cold, crisp, and ready for you whenever the workday wraps up. Also, if you're trying to go there to watch the big game, they've got every minute covered. Big screens all across the place, so you won't miss a single minute of the action. Great food, fresh beer, all the action at Flyway Brewing Company in Fayetteville on Zion Road. Make it your next stop. And get a pizza, like Alyssa says. Good stuff there.
Oh, the pizza is so good. The pizza is so good. We're going to take a break, talk some NFL football after this.
Has anybody had the cream corn here? Have you ever done the cream corn? If you haven't done the cream corn, try the cream corn.
This is halftime.
Audi's Q8 TFSI Quattro is a sleek luxury SUV featuring a V6 turbocharged engine. The driving experience of the Audi Q8 Quattro is simply exceptional, and you can win one this month from Saracen Casino Resort and Gossett Audi of Memphis. Play to earn entries for your chance to win one of Germany's quietest riding vehicles, Audi Q8 Quattro from Saracen Casino Resort and Hotel.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
The referee looks at his watch, and that's half-time.
This is halftime.
Get state sales tax paid when you trade all this month at Rath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and make the switch to any one of our great road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles and get state sales tax paid when you trade. Our road-ready certified vehicles are inspected, reconditioned, and backed by comprehensive warranty. Combine that with our non-commissioned sales team and the nation's best lenders on standby, and you've got an award-winning, hassle-free way to get your next ride. Make the switch to road-ready certified and get state sales tax paid when you trade all this month at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
The good old summertime is here, and Gelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Perlebo, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, get a 3rd free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Gelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Gelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. The future of office printing is here with Xerox's Connect Key technology and cloud connectivity. Xerox offers seamless integration, top-notch security, and unmatched efficiency to help your business stay ahead. Don't miss out. Call us today at 783-6600 and ask about our special offer for a free Xerox color printer with many Xerox models. Dixie Digital Imaging, leading the way in office technology.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? SafeStep walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. SafeStep walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
It's the Monster Burger Eating Contest brought to you by Hardee's, ESPN Arkansas, and hitthatline.com. We're going to be at Hardee's locations Tuesdays and Thursdays. Listen daily and watch our posts for time and place for your chance to qualify. I know you want to see the Raiders take on the Chiefs at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. Well, come in to Monster Burger in 150 seconds or less at one of the qualifiers, and you're entered for your chance to win the 21st football trip of a lifetime. All of this is brought to you by Hardee's, ESPN Arkansas, and hitthatline.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Seems to kill me. No matter how.
Find Halftime on 93.7 in Northwest Arkansas, 95.3 in Fort Smith and the River Valley, 96.3 in Hot Springs and Central Arkansas, 104.3 in Harrison and Mountain Home, and everywhere on hitthatline.com. Join the conversation. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Now, here's Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Good music today, Matt. Good music today. I drove in listening to some Lil Wayne today.
Oh, Little Weezy F Baby. Say
right.
the baby.
Kind of just woke up with a Lil Wayne mode.
One of the last rap albums I ever bought. I bought Kanye West, Late Registration and College Dropout, but I bought Lil Wayne's The Carter 2. So that's how that's my last rap game. Yeah.
He's actually going to be at the Amp, I think,
He
up
is,
here.
coming out very soon.
Let's see.
Nobody buys music anymore. They just pay
No,
for
they
a
don't buy.
streaming service.
Yeah, they just get it
That's
to
right.
stream. That's right.
I buy vinyls.
Nice.
I have a record player, so I'll buy a vinyl. That's my thing.
I got about 20 or 30 vinyls myself. Break them out from time to time.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I'll buy.
Nothing sounds like that, man.
Yeah. I have Drake's Take Care album
Really?
on vinyl. Yes. I love it. And I got the Olivia Dean on vinyl when her Man I Need album came out. He is going to be, where's it at? Did I miss it? It's close. Oh, like next week, August 16th at the Amp. There you go.
Sunday, yeah.
That's right. That'll be fun. I'll be in his hometown of New Orleans and he'll be here.
That's a shame.
I know. Terrible planning by me. But all that to say, great music selection today, Matt. Well done.
We're doing all
As
90s
always.
really much. Yeah.
I love it. Hey, let's talk some NFL football. Got to watch a game. Okay, let's rephrase that. There was football on the TV. Colton got to watch it. We got to watch the recap and the highlights. So it's officially here as football in the NFL and college football start at the end of the year. And I asked Aaron Torres about it earlier. If you missed that conversation, you can download our Eastside Liquor Halftime podcast and listen to that conversation that we had with Aaron Torres about the kind of the resurgence of a running back and how much that kind of feels like that is where football is starting to go. And man, I remember, Matt, a handful of years ago where Saquon Barkley just kind of felt undervalued. I mean, he left the Giants because he wanted to get paid. He wanted to be, in his mind, fairly paid for what his position held. And now we're seeing some of these paydays that, Jamar Gibbs is getting, Jonathan Taylor with the Colts, Bijan Robinson with the Falcons, that now they're starting to put value back into it.
So Jamar Gibbs, Taylor with the Colts. Who was the other one you said?
Bijan Robinson signed.
Who? Well, out of those three, which one would you take?
Ooh. Shoot. My initial gut says Bijan Robinson.
That's what I was going to go with as well.
That's where my gut goes.
Okay.
Taylor's had some injury issues, which kind of hamstringed him.
Gibbs might be on the best team, though.
But
Yeah,
Gibbs
Gibbs with the Colts. Yeah.
Well, Gibbs with the Lions, I thought. I thought.
Yes, I'm sorry. Taylor's
with the
Colts. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's what we've talked about this, Alyssa. If I'm part of the front office or the GM spot or whatever you are with Arkansas Razorback Athletics and the football team, I'm evaluating that's the most undervalued position you can get right now. I'm evaluating running backs, and I'm bringing 2 of them a year, and I'll give them both $1 million because nobody else is doing that. Go out there and find some running backs that are tough and want to play, and they have a buddy. There's something to be said that the higher up you go, it's tougher. They tackle better. They're tougher. They're more physical. But in the college level, man, you got a running back. Teams can't play zone on you. They got to play man. And if you're a quarterback, it's so easy. Man coverage, you can read man coverage all day. It's like, who are my best 3 receivers? Who's my mismatch? There we go. Zone is what takes a quarterback a little bit longer to get to. But they're trying to stop the run. And so, I would make sure that's what I'd be. I'd be running back you. I'd go around. Malachi Hughes is the guy that was at Tulane that went to Oregon. Now he's at Houston. I would have went and got him last year. That dude is an absolute beast. But I'm a big proponent of having a really good running back. It just helps your offense at this level.
I think when we talk about the NFL and the National Football League, by itself, not necessarily college football, some of the undervaluing of running backs, I think it has to come from the fact that these guys aren't getting run down by all 300-pound defensive linemen anymore, right? Those defensive ends can run almost as fast as some of these running backs can today. And the game has been officiated a whole lot different than it used to be whenever you had to have a large stable of running backs in the NFL, or you had to have a necessary go-to guy all the time because, the passing game was opened up. I think, a whole lot. We see a lot more 5,000-yard passers now than we did even when Matt was playing. So I think that part of that is some of the reason why we see a lack of value sometimes in the running back. But sometimes the officiating maybe gets tightened up a little bit now, and, maybe these running backs are getting faster than they've ever been before, that there is a little bit of a resurgence for it. And there's also scheme has a big part to play in this as well. There's a lot of, things in the NFL now where, they're not quite, they don't have quite as many defensive linemen up there as well. So when you have a lot lighter box, Matt, you can attest to this. I mean, the run game is just, there's offensive coordinators up there that are licking their chops.
Yeah, it's leverage, angles, spacing, all the little things that go into making a good run play, and numbers in the box. There's 11 guys on the field, and then when you're talking about offense and defense, and the quarterback's 1, so the defense is always playing with an extra guy, especially when you don't have a quarterback that can run, and so they're able to kind of overload one side, and you can get a little bit creative, but it comes about being physical and nasty, and we talked about this as well. As an offensive lineman, all you have to do is get a tie. You don't have to do a pancake block. If I'm handing the ball to Jamar Gibbs or Bijan Robinson, man, we're getting first downs all day if my offensive line's getting ties.
One of my favorite things, you look like guys like, Fred Gore and those like Alex Ingold, who used to play with the Dolphins. Now, is he with the Rams now, Colton? He's somewhere. But anyways, it's just like, you knew that when you put those down and it was like 3rd and 1, or like just a very short down in distance, and you needed to pick up that first down, or you needed to pick up a touchdown, like those guys were going to come in and they were going to score for you. And like, that's what I miss about the game. Like, I want more of that back into football, where you've just got these big old dudes and then no one is stopping those guys when they get into the game. So I love it. I love everything. I love everything about that.
More Mike Allstott and more Peyton Hillis in the NFL.
That's right. There it is. That's it. That is exactly it right there. So that's what I want more of. And hopefully that's the trend that we're going towards in that direction as well. So excited about that. Hey, by the way, if you are looking to get your Razorback gear ready to go for tailgating, for parties, for everything that's happening in the fall, big news from Roback. This entire week, they're launching their brand new collegiate collection just in time for all of those fall festivities. So as an Arkansas fan, that collection has dropped and there's plenty of inventory available. So make sure you are ready to go. Your closet looks good. Your fits look good. You know, you got to put them on Instagram now. Make sure to Roback, go to roback.com and get taken care of. All you have to do is use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order as well. Roback, where action meets comfort. Wrapping up hour to a halftime after this.
We're talking about talking.
This is halftime.
Dental emergencies do not wait, and neither should you. At Valley Urgent Dental, they're here for you on the weekends, whether it's a broken tooth, a painful infection, or a crown that's come loose. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are ready to help. Why wait till Monday? Call 479-235-5655 now. Valley Urgent Dental is located at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Valley Urgent Dental, emergency dental care when you need it most. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust a team that delivers results. Go to LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Brad Howe in Van Buren or call Ryan Hughes in Fort Smith.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
Why do people love Shamrock Liquor Warehouse? Simple. They've got it all. 70 years in business, 15,000 square feet of choices. They buy in volume so you can save. What else? How about the largest selection of everything? Shamrock's got it. Special orders? Shamrock's got it. Convenient drive-through, open 6 days a week? Shamrock's got it. Need a keg for your party? Shamrock's got it. Load up at Shamrock Liquor Warehouse at the corner of Midland and Riverfront Drive in Fort Smith.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. If you're not a member, just sign up at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. For the month of August, you can get $25 off when you spend $100 on all Milwaukee power tool accessories after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
Taco Bell's new $3 Melty Pepper Jack Steak Burrito. Just one taste of the premium grilled steak and new pepper jack sauce, and that kind of looks might go to your head. And for just $3, how could it not? But even as you're enjoying the tender premium steak and cheesy opulence, try not to ask the waiter for a steak knife. Experience the Lutz Value Menu with 10 items, each just $3 or less. Only at Taco Bell. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Tax extra.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Welcome back into halftime, live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Welcome back here to halftime. It is almost time to hit hour number 3 here on this Friday. Got a good hour number 3 here for you as well. Neil Atkinson going to join us from Bet Saracen. I'm sure he's got a lot to share about everything going on with baseball. And then, of course, what's on tap for football season. Now that football started, a lot out there and a lot of specials that I'm sure he'll talk about as well. And we'll also give more love to Arkansas football going out to practice today. Going to see how that goes on day 3 of practice. See if I see anything new from the 15-20 minutes that I got to see yesterday, guys. So always taking notes for you.
They were playing music. What kind of songs were they
That's
playing?
right. Yeah, no, they played some early 90s, some 90s rap, Return of the Mac, that kind of stuff.
I heard some Poison playing out there.
That's right. There's a little Poison.
Who gets to make the playlist? Yeah.
It was a great. That's a good question. Maybe we'll
the
find
weight
out the
room.
answer
It's
to that.
always seniors. They get to choose the music. Whoever has the
I feel
tenure.
like Matt Jones should have some input on some of this stuff.
I don't know that
Matt Jones Day. It's Matt Jones Day at football practice today.
The Australian golfer, I think. So we're a day behind.
You'll have to brush up on your Gunna and your Lil Uzi Vert, I think, for your music taste.
Lil Uzi Vert, he's from the West Coast. I know about Lil Uzi Vert.
Of course he does. Matt knows everything. Matt is all kinds of musically versed over there. Anyways, we'll talk more football and much more coming up as halftime rolls on after this.
Hey everyone, Josh Earnhardt here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. Do you like doing business with local companies? Did you know that AAA Business Systems is one of only a few truly local office technology providers in Northwest Arkansas? Ask your current technology provider where their corporate office is, and let's keep your money in Northwest Arkansas. Buy local, support local. Call us today at 479-442-4185, and remember, anything else is just a copy.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49, the Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast free internet to keep me connected to work and the laid-back European-style breakfast to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill, just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800 or visit innatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
Summer is here and adventure is calling. Visit Southern Tire Mart for a new set of Yokohama tires to get your vehicle ready for summer travels. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let Southern Tire Mart ensure your vehicle is ready for the open road. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly to mostly sunny sky, a chance of seeing some showers, a few scattered thunderstorms, or high temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Chance of showers, a few storms tonight, and overnight low will drop down in the low to mid 70s. Saturday, just a slight chance of showers and storms across the south early, otherwise increasing sunshine, a high near 95. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Green Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 29 days.
Back and better than ever.
On the line, King, he's gonna step up.
All the W's I've got, like wins.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
You can't run from this. I can't let them have it from me tonight.
Okay, it's a little long. I think flubbed on that last.
Did not flub at all.
No, it wasn't a flub.
There was no flub. But it was not a flub.
And Matt Jones, all he does is make big plays.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
This loss really affected me. To say it's taking the wind out of my sails is an understatement.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios.
Really doesn't care about anything. He's a nihilist.
Oh, that must be exhausting.
It's only halftime.
Matt Jones, don't be so cool, dude. Get you some.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
Are you a Leo? Was it go Leo, Virgo?
I am a Leo.
With Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones.
Just go lose it.
Hey, we'll be back after this.
We will. Let's take a break.
This is halftime.
Happy Friday. Welcome into Halftime. Alyssa Orange, Matt Jones, Colton Little here, talking a little football. Going to go out to practice a little bit later today. I practiced yesterday. Something, guys, that we have not talked about a lot, really, if at all, is that tight end group. And the Mackey Award watch list always comes out. Those watch lists always come out, right? That's that kind of the year where all of these end of the season college football awards start kind of putting their watch lists together. And it fills time when you're working in television in the summer. It was great. I loved them. But the John Mackey Award watch list coming out, and they put Jaden Platt on it, the transfer from Texas A&M, Arkansas tight end. But we haven't really talked much about the tight end group.
That's there's going to be a lot of unknowns when we have 41 players get in the portal and a 42 come in, or vice versa,
right.
how that works. So there's a lot of unknowns. That's what spring ball's for, summer workouts for. Who are the tight ends running with the ones? There's usually two of them, because if you have a 12 personnel, and then there's usually tight ends that have a little bit of a different skill set. Maybe one of them is a better athlete, one of them has better hands. Just certain things, and kind of you design plays around them. And tight ends are you can move them around from tackle to tackle. Tight ends, tight end can be such a great position because they get matched up on linebackers or safeties. And if you have any type of, ball skills and can kind of move a little bit, man, you can always get open if the timing's right, because the a lot of linebackers, they're not that they can't cover, but they're coming down to tackle. They're and the same with the safety.
I know that Cramsey was asked about Platt yesterday in his press conference. I don't think we have that clip, but I think really what he was just saying is he's having a good practice, really working on blocking, obviously, as a tight end, and his block and pass protection. He, like I said, coming over from Texas A&M, just 2 touchdowns last season. But I feel like, Matt, just looking at the tight end position overall, I felt like, Arkansas's had 2 Mackey Award winners in DJ Williams and Hunter Henry, and it always felt like they had that it tight end every single year. And for the last couple of years, it's always kind of been more of a question mark than a certainty, and someone always kind of steps up. But for a while there, it just didn't feel like they weren't utilized the right way, and then also there was no go-to guy in that room.
It's tough when you're lacking. It's a very important position to make sure you have a couple of H-backs. It's very important. Yeah. I saw, this is one of the things I noticed when KJ Jackson got in last year. He threw the ball to the tight end.
Yeah.
This is just the little bit he was in, going through his progressions. I think it's more of a quarterback thing. I think it was more of Taylon Green. The the way he processed it or the way he went through his reads or what he trusted. There's I don't know. I wasn't in those meeting rooms, but it seemed like Taylor Green never threw the ball over the middle of the field. Never. KJ was not afraid to. It's easier to throw the ball outside the numbers if you can. It's just less room for error, less bad things that happen because you can't get trapped as much. But it looked like KJ hit the tight ends a little bit more.
Yeah, so we'll see kind of how that looks like. Spreading the ball out a little bit, but wanted to give Jalen Platt a shout out being on that Mackey Award watch list. Hey, speaking of shout outs or things that people are talking about, Matt, did you by chance see Kobe Brandon's hair?
I did not see it. What was it?
This was incredible. This was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. It's
so Kobe Brantham.
It's a reverse mohawk.
Yeah, a little bit. He's got it's like two stripes down the middle. He's got it shaved right down the middle, and then two stripes of hair, and then shaved around it. Nice. It's a vibe. It's an absolute vibe. But Colton, he loves it.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'm not the only one. There's a lot of others. Kane Kittler, he's losing his hair, so he thinks it'd be funny if we all get haircuts. But it's kind of an O-line thing. I think there's probably 8 or 9 of us that got some funny looking haircuts, but most of them shave theirs off. I kind of like mine. I might keep it for a while.
Hey, camp rules. I get it. You're at camp. You're not really messing with nobody else. That's one of the things they did to freshmen or rookies is they give them haircuts and you got to wear it at least one practice. So yeah, I mean, it's, when I was at Van Buren, I want to say it's either my sophomore or my junior year, there was about 12 guys on the team that all spray painted. It probably wasn't spray paint, but they all put green paint on their head of some kind during the start of camp. So it's just I think it's a normal thing with dudes in football camp.
I remember seeing footage of Tim Tebow at Broncos practice his rookie year, and he had the Friar cut where he's bald on top.
That was more hazing than anything else.
Yes, I'm going up. That's exactly what Matt was talking about.
Yeah.
But I mean, Matt, we had guys on our high school football team, and you make the playoffs, you bleach your hair, so you dye it blonde a little bit. So yeah. I understand all of that. I think that you kind of want your offensive linemen to be a little bit off color. You kind of want them to be a little bit out there and a little bit weird and not really caring about what they look like. So they have one simple job to do. Kobe Branham is likely to be a pro prospect here coming up very soon. He's likely going to play big boy ball on Sundays. So I think that's actually a comforting thing. Yeah, it probably does look a little bit goofy. And I mean, just watching him walk up there yesterday, press conference footage, I was like, what in the world is the story behind this? Thought it was funny that Trey Biddy asked him the question, and Trey was like, I can't really say much about my hair, but what's going on with the haircut, Kobe? So very, very funny, but I like it. Kind of looks like a little bit of a maniac, which is what you want in your offensive line. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, he said he likes it. He's going to keep it for a while. And again, he's not the only one. And I get that some people are like, no one should focus on hair. Everyone's trying to, this is football. We're focusing on football. The kids are going to do crazy things anyways. So, there's nothing you can do about it. So it's just like, and Kobe Brantham's a guy who's going to be a leader on this offensive line, right? Like his hair does not really dictate how he's out there practicing. It's just having a little fun. Hey, speaking of tight ends, by the way, Felipe Franks had a catch in last night's game for the Panthers. Quarterback turned tight end, Felipe Franks.
That's awesome.
He's still doing it. That's right. He had 2 catches for 8 yards in yesterday's game for the Panthers. So shout out to Felipe Franks. Sometimes we forget about him. Maybe I just forget about him.
He was pretty pivotal. He was pretty pivotal in that first year, with Sam Pittman kind of just weathering the storm a little bit. They won 3 SEC games and had to play a slate of all 10, and a lot of that was because they had a steady presence in former Florida Gator Felipe Franks, who was just kind of like a tree, just a real big, tall guy, long arms, and a really smooth delivery. And he was able to distribute the ball down the field and do exactly what, Coach I think it was Kendall Briles at that time. What Kendall Briles wanted to do for an offensive coordinator. He was high IQ guy that could make all the reads, and a very, very important part of that, next year for Arkansas football was having a steady guy back there under center to weather the storm in that first year for Sam Pittman. Then, of course, things went downhill, but we know what happened.
Well, yeah, I think what Felipe did for sure, and he's just got such a big body that translated into playing a new position in the NFL. And I didn't think at all. I mean, he's not a bad quarterback at all. But to be able to see him kind of make those adjustments, be able to here we are in 2026. He's still, as of right now, today, August 7th, on an NFL roster still. So happy for him. He was a great dude. I think he was exactly what Arkansas needed when they were trying to just turn things around.
Alyssa, there's another former Razorback quarterback now that's in Cleveland, and we've had some conversations about, the Cleveland quarterback room and just what a complete and total mess it has been for the last, 30 years since Vinny Testaverde, 40 years, however long it's been, Bernie Kosar, I guess, back in the, day. But, Alyssa, did you have any outstanding thoughts on maybe Taylen Green's future, maybe strapping the gloves on a little bit as well?
I don't know anything about whether or not, what those skills look like for Taylen, to be honest.
Pretty important.
Yeah. So, if you're someone who wants to make a career in the NFL, I mean, Matt, you probably understand, like, you want to be able to be versatile. And if you can, play special teams, or you can go out there and catch a football and move around, that might make you a valuable asset to stay on the roster. I just don't know what his skill set looks like outside of being a quarterback.
Yeah, I think he's a quarterback too. I had to make the change because I had a torn labrum, the Drew Brees injury. That was just I could throw a football. I sound like Uncle Rico, but 72 yards when I was a true freshman, and then 55 yards when I was a true senior. So it's just that's just kind of the deterioration of it. So it just made it sense. If I ran a 4.7, I would have maybe did tight end, but so. I think being an athlete, being a 4.3 guy, being somebody who's one of the best athletes out there, you kind of look for ways to put him in, whether if he can kind of see, and sometimes they see it and they see it a little late. You want to give him a chance to be a quarterback, but maybe it's like, hey man, you could be an H-back, you can be a slot, or you can run the wildcat, so to speak, for lack of a better term. I don't know if they still call it the wildcat, but you can be that third down because he can throw, he can pass, he can do some RPO stuff. So you can put a little package in him that the other team has to account for. What's to say that Taylen Green couldn't have a Colin Kaepernick package of 7 plays a game where he comes in and runs some things that are a little bit different?
And to be clear, I would love for Taylen Green to remain as a quarterback as well. We were just having that conversation about Felipe switching over in the NFL, and I thought that that's
he was
kind
a 4.7 guy. That's why, yeah.
And he's kind of a hot button topic. but I think that if Taylen's biggest hurdles that he'll have to clear to be able to become an NFL quarterback full time and to make a really good career out of it, those eyes and that decision making. Which Tim Cramsey talked about that with KJ and AJ as well. So that's not just limited to Taylen Green. That's a problem that lots of quarterbacks have.
That's true. Very true. Hey, Matt, how many tacos we owe you now?
Oh, I just love breaking tacos with you guys. There's no set number.
We're gonna have to go to Joe's, Colton.
Yeah, we will.
We keep saying this. Eventually, we need to go get some tacos at Joe's.
We do. You need to come down the interstate here.
This
then
is
we can
true.
We can come get some tacos here. The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every single day, Joe's Grill is making up those fresh chips from scratch. They have that delicious salsa, that warm creamy queso dip, and the fresh guacamole with the crispy warm chips to start your meal, plus fajitas, enchiladas, burritos, tacos, and so much more that'll make your experience one that you won't forget. It's great Tex-Mex and even better service at Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, right across from Harps.
We've got Neil Atkinson of Bet Saracen joining us after the break. Stick around.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee.
On second down, the give is to Felix Jones on an end around. Jones to the 30 to 40. Jones in midfield. He may go. 25 to 20. 10, 5. Touchdown, Arkansas. Felix Jones goes 72 yards, and the Razorbacks increase their lead.
Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging, your Xerox authorized dealer in the River Valley. Xerox is more than just a brand, it's your ultimate business partner. Whether you need high-speed printers, powerful copiers, or seamless cloud solutions, Xerox has the tools to keep your business running smoothly and efficiently. And right now, for a limited time, we're offering a free Xerox color printer with the lease or purchase of many Xerox models. To learn more, call us at 783-6600 or visit us at dixiedigital.com. Dixie Digital Imaging, your partner in business success.
Taco Bell's new $3 melty pepper jack steak burrito. Just one taste of the premium grilled steak and new pepper jack sauce, and that kind of lunch might go to your head. And for just $3, how could it not? But even as you're enjoying the tender premium steak and cheesy opulence, try not to ask the waiter for a steak knife. Experience the Lutz Value Menu with 10 items, each just $3 or less. Only at Taco Bell. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Tax extra.
In Arkansas, cancers of the lung, breast, prostate, and colon are the leading cause of cancer deaths. Yet simple screenings can save lives, helping doctors find and treat cancer early. If you have a family history of cancer, you need to start screenings even earlier, because cancer screenings can never come too soon, only too late. To learn more, visit cancer.uams.edu. Sponsored by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and UAMS.
Summer is here and adventure is calling. Visit Southern Tire Mart for a new set of Yokohama tires to get your vehicle ready for summer travels. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let Southern Tire Mart ensure your vehicle is ready for the open road. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LindberghTeam.com, LIMBIRD.
We've got big news from Roback. This entire week, Roback is launching its brand new collegiate collection, just in time for the fall season. And if you're an Arkansas fan, you're in luck. The Arkansas collection officially dropped, and there's plenty of inventory available. So whether you're headed to the stadium watching from home or just looking to upgrade your game day gear, now's the time to check out Roback's new Arkansas collegiate collection. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Serve you with a smile, cut you like you want me to, cut that little child inside of me and such a part of you. Make it run. It's love.
You're listening to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here to halftime. Neil, I know that we said we were going to have Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen on the line on vacation, which totally forgot about that. So won't be able to talk with Neil. We'll be able to catch with him next week. But obviously, always want to remind you that you can head over to Bet Saracen and see what they've got going on their website as well as their app. It's Arkansas's favorite sports betting app. So go over there, make a little wager, have some fun responsibly, and always follow the odds and favorites and the underdogs. Just go to betsaracen.com or download the Bet Saracen app, and there's always a welcome bonus too. When you pay $25, you get pay a $25 bet, then you'll get $125 in free bets. Bet Saracen, the most popular sports book app in the state. And guys, I was on it looking at kind of what they've got going on. Arkansas, a 39.5-point favorite over North Alabama to start the season here on September 5th.
What's a score that you think then? I know we talked a little bit about this earlier in the week, Alyssa. 52-7, 49-21. Like as a defensive perspective, you don't know if the offense is going to score all those points. If you get turnover, special teams. If North Alabama scores more than 21 points on you, it might be over before the Utah game. I don't know. Like that, that's a number that you're like, that's to be a little too much.
That's right. And I think to your point, going into that Utah game, for me, if the Arkansas defense can keep North Alabama to I would say 17 points or fewer, that would make me feel really good. Maybe like 7 points in the first half, because you're gonna rotate some guys in, right? Like in the second half
won't matter when you're
right.
You'll be a little more vanilla. You're not going to give too much away. They score something, you're not as worried about it. It's kind of that first half scoreboard.
That first half, yeah. If that first half is above 10, feel not great about that. And that was one thing.
48-10, 6 touchdowns.
I
2
like
field
that.
Goals.
I can get behind
2 field
48-10.
goals for the Razorbacks.
Yeah.
A touchdown in the second half for North Alabama, and then only 1 field goal. That's what I'm going to say in the first half.
Okay.
48-10.
I like
you
that.
heard it here.
I like that, Colton. I think the one thing last year when I walked away from their opening game against Alabama State, correct? I had Alabama A&M. I had taken Finn to that game, and we were watching it in the stands for his birthday. And I walked away going, that defense, that's not good. The way that I'm serious, the way that Alabama A&M was able to, the quarterback was able to run the way that in the running game, and the way that they were able to move the football down the field, I was like, this is not great. I don't like this. And sure enough, it was not great the rest of the year. So it is. You can take away a lot, I think, from this game, even though it is against, it's a jamboree, whatever word we're using today. I still think you can take away a lot from what the starters do in this game.
Be looking forward to it. Kind of have it on, just checking it out, watching how people play. That September 12th game really be what matters, and kind of how the season goes. I think it'd be very telling what we do out of Utah.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, Alyssa, but the entire halftime crew has been slated to do the post game for that show. So you'll be joining me.
That's right.
That. Yeah,
well, I will be there. I will be there.
Yeah.
In Utah.
Oh, that's right. You'll be live in Utah.
So
That'll
I will be
fantastic.
I will be there at the game in Utah. So that'll be really fun. I'm excited about going back out there. It's beautiful. And then I'll be able to talk to you guys once it's all said and done. So are we doing the pregame and the postgame, or just the postgame?
No, Ty's locked up the pregames for the first 5 weeks of the
Fantastic.
season because, he's got stuff to do during and after the games, I guess, drinking. And so, we'll have the postgames, though. Matt Jones will be on all of them. I'll be on a handful of them, probably most
I
of
will
them as
be
well.
on about 8 to the 12.
Yeah, 8 of the 12.
8 of the 12.
That's
Yeah.
kind of about what I do. I do about 8 of the 12 on the football games. Then I do about what is there 18 conference games on the basketballs? Or is there 16? There's 18, right? Because they do about 20 for the basketball. So I do about 16. I miss a couple here and there, but yeah, I will do at least 8 of the 12 football games.
We got a texture chiming in here on the Lewis Automotive Hotline out of the 870. If Arkansas gets 5 touchdowns, I'll shave my back for locks of love. Texture out of the 870. Is that for the North Alabama game? because they're going to score more than 5 touchdowns. This is an FCS school.
You can't put that stuff in writing.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold you to
We
it
are
now.
going to hold you to that, and I will text you on September the 6th at 6 a.m. Let's see that shave back, my guy. Let's see that donation.
Oh, man.
Which game is that for? Because they're going to score
Sorry.
more than 5 touchdowns.
You should just do that in general. Don't give that to Locks of Love,
I don't
okay,
think
my
they
guy?
can even use it.
No,
Unless
no,
it's
they
long
don't.
enough,
No,
maybe.
no. I mean, that doesn't. Nope. Mm-mm. No. Keep that one in the bathroom. Throw it straight in the trash. But just do it for your own good. On that one, I appreciate that. Ugh. Thank you for that, Colton.
Well, you can't text stuff in here and say that that you'll do something and then not do
Yeah.
it. I mean, we're here. Come on.
I get it. We're gonna hold him accountable. I get it. But yeah, I'll be at the Utah game. We'll see how everything kind of goes. And hey, that's exciting. The 3 of us get to work that post game together. Hey, something we got today. Was it today? It was today. So the Razorback Foundation always loves to spread the good news. That they had a successful, all-in fundraising of efforts. And so they were able to raise nearly $25 million in the 10 months or so that Ryan Silverfield has been here at the Razorback Foundation for their all-in fund goal. And so they've bumped it up to $50 million. They're going to keep on keeping on. So the congratulations. That's great. I know fundraising it's not my area of expertise. So that's a really great milestone to hit. But we also heard that Ryan Silverfield has said that he has spent 80% of his time fundraising. And so I have mixed emotions a little bit about this. So it's like, great. Okay, go and push your goal to 50 million. Who's going to step up and do that while it's football season? Is Ryan Silverfield going to be doing 80% of his time spent towards fundraising still? It's August 7th.
I mean, what a weird time to be a college coach. You got to go out and do that. And then you're getting players that are making some more than some of your assistants. It's like everything is just kind of jumbled up and going together. It's still the greatest time in the history of life to be a college athlete, but it doesn't make sense. A lot of things don't make sense. Your head football coach should not have to be anywhere close to the primary fundraiser. That's not at all what a head football coach should have to do. So that would be weird. I think the coach at Kentucky talked about that. Was it Stoops or I was trying to think the coach there? He was like, man, all I do is have to go raise money. It's like, no, that's the head football coach. That his job is those kids winning football games. Like, can you go to fundraisers and do things and that can be something. Can you be better than others? Yes, you can but that should not be a top 5 thing. And if you're saying, hey, these are your top 5 things I want in a head football coach, your top 5, none of them should be raising money. That should not be something that you need from your head football coach.
Yeah, especially right now. And so that's his job right now is to win football games. And to focus on this football team. And I'm sure that he is. But I found that I found it very interesting that I commend them for raising $25 million since he's been there, because you need to in college football, you need to raise money. But then to turn around and be like, so we're going to up it to 50. That's great. I just don't necessarily know. I always go back to the way that they frame things when they put it out there. Like, is that how we wanted to frame this? Is that how we wanted this to look from an optics standpoint? It always makes me scratch my head.
I'm not on the inside. I don't know. There's no transparency is the other thing. So we're out here talking about things we don't really know about, or we know things that we can't say. I mean, there's a lot that goes on in this conversation, but we're not privy to all the information that's going on. Like we're really not. The head football coach is not supposed to raise the money. He's supposed to coach the kids. Can he raise some money here? Can he do this? Can he be the icing on the cake? but he's not supposed to be the cake when it comes to the fundraising. That's supposed to be your politician, candor, Hunter Yurchek. That's the guy that's supposed to get the money, right?
I love the way that you put that. It says here, contributions helping recruit, retain, and develop elite student athletes. So keep on donating, and keep on giving money.
Did you want to read about? Did you hear about the tiers, Alyssa? What you get?
Yeah,
for
fans.
a certain
Well,
amount of
it
giving?
says fans are encouraged to donate with opportunities for naming rights and exclusive experiences for major gifts. Okay.
You can
Is there any more specific to that? Colton?
Yes, if you follow the link on there, you can be a tier 1 giver, which is $100,000 annually for 3 years, $300K plus. It puts you in the tier 1 category here. You get an invitation for 2 to join team travel party for 1 select away game, including airfare, hotel, and tickets to the game. Hog walk experience, invitation to postseason experience. That's not going to happen.
What is this?
Pre-game
What is this
sideline
hog? Hold on.
passes.
Time out. Please. All right. Please hold.
Go ahead.
What is a hog walk experience? Because I'm going to be really totally honest with you. So, like, over the last handful of years, that hog walk is embarrassing. There's nobody there. Like, I remember doing our shows for Picture Nation on the hill, and we'd be standing there, and I'm like, there's no one here. Here comes the bus. I would not classify that as an experience.
They're probably going to let them walk down after the team does or before the team does.
No,
through
with the
hog
team,
walk.
probably. No, I know
probably with
exactly.
the
But the thing is, there's not going to be very many people.
Very true. You get pregame sideline
I would not
passes.
pick that. Okay.
You get 3 times the Razorback Foundation priority points, post-game access 2 times a season, and you also get all the benefits in tiers 2, 3, and 4. Tier 2, hey, this is a pretty good deal right here. If you give $50K annually for 3 years, exclusive preseason kickoff party at Coach Silverfield's house. Access to all practices. Invitation to Coach's social and program overview in the spring. You get the Razorback Foundation points. Tier 2 for $25K annually. Access to all the spring practices and 1 spring training camp scrimmage. Free priority registration to the future women's clinics. Automatic membership into the Cardinal and White, including all associated benefits. Tier 4 for $30K a year or $10,000 annually for 3 years. You get exclusive gear, naming opportunities, and invite to spring practices. Sounds great. Wish
You know what?
everybody calls and plays.
Yeah. Hey, if they would let you script the opening drive of the game against North Alabama, they'd get a lot of money.
Yeah, well, I mean, anybody.
Just
I'm
ask
not saying
Akron.
me. I mean, yeah, they make lots of virality out of it. You get people talking positively about your program for once. May not be a bad idea, but no. Instead, you give a bunch of money, you get to come to the coach's house while he sits there and preaches at you. Really fun.
Hey, I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure I'm sure it's catered well.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But just no, just no blizzards, no Oreo blizzards, unfortunately. Unless it's out of the season.
It'll be in March. Hey, maybe it's catered by Fish City Grill.
Maybe
That'd
it is.
be good.
Talked about them a little bit earlier today. Fish City Grill
Yeah,
is absolutely
so
fantastic.
good. It's so good. I need to get up there and go eat soon. Make that a thing to do. Colton, we got a hypothetical today.
We do not, but I can probably think
Okay.
of a good one during the break. I was not supposed to be here today, but I forgot that I had some other things that I'm inundated with. I was trying to get out to practice.
Right.
I was trying to
That's
get out there
right.
and watch some football, trying to get out there and, sweat in the heat, watch some offensive linemen do
Sure.
a couple drills.
Hey, how about
but I don't
this?
get to.
How about this? How about I come up with a hypothetical in the break and I give it to you and Matt?
That would be fun. I'd enjoy
All
that.
right, let's do it. All right, I'm gonna put my thinking cap on.
Madison, James Madison, we are the Dukes of JMU. Madison, James Madison, the Fighting Dukes of JMU.
This is halftime.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code THRIVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code THRIVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code THRIVE to borrow up to $10,000.
You're listening to Halftime Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes fresh from scratch salsas, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy warm chips to start your meal. Plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more that will make your experience one you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
For 250 years, America has been about freedom. The freedom to explore, to roam, and discover what's next. At Crabtree RV Center, that spirit goes back to 1950. Today, that spirit lives on with a team that puts customers first, no pressure, just honest help and real value. And right now, you'll find incredible pricing on new and pre-owned RVs, making freedom more affordable than ever. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 75 years.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. If you're not a member, just sign up at Medders Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. For the month of August, you can get $25 off when you spend $100 on all Milwaukee power tool accessories after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with a CPAP every night? The noise, the constant cleaning. Is your wife telling you she can't take the noise anymore? Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental Practice, Fort Smith, can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Your imagination. I'm asking hypothetical questions here. Come on. None of this is real.
The question is simple, but the arguments never are. One question, unlimited opinions. This is Halftime Hypotheticals, only on Halftime.
It's not hypothetical.
Ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters. All I think about is Christopher Walken introducing them on SNL.
Your boy's going to that concert this weekend.
Oh, really? That'll be fun.
Tommy C.
That'll be really, really good. Yeah, I know. He's in Chicago up there, living it up.
You know who's opening for the Foo Fighters right
Who?
now? One of like top 5 favorite bands ever, Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, really?
They're opening for Foo.
That is
Yeah.
probably a fantastic concert. Very, very jealous of Tommy Kraft. Not just for that reason, of many, many others, but that is certainly one of them here. Back on halftime, about 22 minutes now until 2 o'clock. We'll send it over to Ruskin and Zach. Alyssa has today's halftime hypothetical. Before we get to that, I want to remind you, our Hardee's Football Trip of a Lifetime and Monster Burger contest is still going on. We're at 26 qualifiers right now. There's only a few spots left. There's only a few spots left, so you got to come down. We'll be in Sallisaw coming up on Tuesday. So come up to that. Be out there. See if you can finish that Monster Burger in 150 seconds or less. If you do, you qualify for a seat on the big stage August 22nd. That's a Saturday. We'll have the final competition on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, and whoever can finish the most Monster Burgers in 5 minutes will be sent out to Las Vegas to watch the Raiders play the Chiefs in Allegiant Stadium on ESPN Arkansas and Hardee's Dime. So come out, see if you can take down that Monster Burger. I've seen all the talk on social media. Everybody loves to say, that guy's eating it real slow. I could do that. Why don't you show up to Hardee's in Sallisaw on next Tuesday, August 11th, and put your money, or not your money, we pay for it. Put your mouth where your mouth is, essentially, and finish that burger.
Put your skills
Yeah,
where your
put your
mouth
skills
is.
to the
There you go.
test. Put your stomach
There
to
you
the
go.
test. Yeah.
All right. Everybody ready?
I'm very eager. to hear what
Halftime
this is.
halftime hypothetical. Well, I was thinking about just things we talked about today. And one of the things we talked about obviously is turnovers and how those turnovers could change outcomes of games. And then that kind of got me thinking about outcomes of games. And so we could easily do this for every single sport, and we're not. But here we go, everybody, right? We're going to get into our time machine. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and we are going to go back in time. And we have the ability to change the outcome of one Arkansas football game. What football game and the outcome were you going to go back in time and
Everybody's going
change?
to say Reggie Fish. I think that's
yeah.
the one everybody says. If I could go back to a game I played, it would be at home against Texas when I fumbled the ball. If we could have not fumbled there in the fourth quarter, maybe we win that game. That would be the one I would go to. But I think for 99% of Razorback fans, that's the one they'll go to, the Reggie Fish play.
Love to pick that Sugar Bowl game with Ryan Mallett down there in New Orleans. That is another one, too.
Scoop and score, right?
Oh,
Just scoop and
God.
score. Why'd you fall? Scoop and score.
Because we teach all these defenders their entire lives, fall on the football, fall on the football, fall on the football. You don't play offense. But God bless, there was nothing
That's a
but
good
green
one,
grass
yeah.
in front of him. That would be one that I would go back and change as well. We'll probably get lots of text on this in here. That's a great question, Alyssa.
Yeah.
877-377-6963.
So I,
And one more time, Alyssa, we're going to
Sure.
time machine. Will you do the sound effects one more time for us?
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Perfect. Thank you.
We're in a time machine. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I know that's getting clipped. I know it. I know. I'm onto you. Let's see here. I would change the outcome of Alyssa's take on extraterrestrials.
That's a great. Thank
Well,
you.
they're
BD.
here,
Yeah.
so just because you don't
Look,
see 'em
aliens
doesn't
are
mean they're
real.
not
I have nothing against aliens or extraterrestrials or anything like that. I just don't like ET.
Couple
I'm
of
so
texts here.
sorry.
Couple of texts here coming in talking about the game of the century where Nixon was in attendance, the shootout in '69 versus Texas. That would have changed. Some people think it could have changed the entire trajectory of the program here. Doug from Fort Smith, as well as Brennan, Kentucky, said the same thing. And then, of course, the Sterner stumble against Tennessee
Yeah.
is another.
Clint
another
Sterner
one.
fumble, the Sternover. Yeah, the Sugar Bowl. Let's see. Oh, Arkansas, Auburn, Bo Nix backward spike ruled incomplete. That one is a good one. I don't.
Why weren't the
yeah.
referees on the list of the 10 most hated people in
Yes,
college?
that's
They-
absolutely
I'm surprised.
That should have been the referees messing up all, because every single college has a play like that.
And you could go ahead and just, if you want to be overarching like that, you could just choose kickers as a whole, too, because college kickers, God, they, right and left. Like Steve Spurrier used to say, the number one villain, like the Army,
Oh.
left, right, left, right.
Wide, no, man, like wide Florida State people, wide right, wide nightmares. Kickers for sure. Since Ohio State had to vacate that season's win, did the Sugar Bowl technically not happen in the history books? No,
On
it
the
happened. It
scoreboard,
just
it
hasn't.
happened.
Yeah, it has an asterisk, Jeremy. I know. Wouldn't that be nice?
Great point.
That's just unfortunately not how that works. A game that if I have to stick to just a game that I covered for Arkansas, let's see. Man, there are a lot.
BE said that he would go back and he would make that North Texas return man. He would actually make him fair catch just to save us from the embarrassment that it gets replayed every single year. That's a great choice as well, BE.
Yeah. You know, I'm trying to think of like heartbreak that I've experienced. Most of it has just been embarrassment. You know, you look at like I look at games that like mattered. There was okay, so maybe I don't know. So, and I hate calling out like Cody Walker like this, but it was my second year covering Arkansas in 2014. They were hosting Alabama. They hadn't beaten Alabama in years.
Great pick.
And they would have won that game. They lost 14-13. They'd have won that game had Cody Walker not let go of the ball a millisecond too soon when he scored that touchdown. And then it was over. Then it was ruled a touchback. That one is still just like oh my gosh, they'd have beaten Alabama that year.
That one was erased from my memory, and I remember that. I don't remember that happening with the Cody Walker thing, but now that you mention that, I'm thinking about it. I'm also remembering that was the day that they wore the 50th anniversary of the '64 championship jerseys,
and it was rainy and overcast that day.
Dead to rights. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, I would also go back and like the way that Belk Bowl ended in Charlotte.
Ugh.
You were up 24-0. So, I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot, but I didn't experience the SEC championship game or the Stern over or any of those. So
Daniel from Greenwood here, 2011 LSU. I think that was the year that they were 11-2. It's number 1 versus number 3. I think anybody out there can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but it was a top 3 matchup, and that would have probably firmly put you in a chance to maybe play for a national championship had you maybe walked away with that one. So that's a good one as well, Daniel.
Yeah. Hey, John. So it's John from Beeville, and I get it, man. I wrote this specifically for football because if I knew I opened it up to all sports, this would be the answer. And this is my answer. And this is my answer. If there was like just one Arkansas athletic event period, it's the catch a foul ball. Unfortunately, I took baseball off the plate, but that would be the answer.
Some would also argue that an even bigger one would be that 95 championship game versus UCLA. Back-to-back championships, Razor back-to-back, would have probably propelled this program to even greater heights than it's at now under Coach Calipari.
Yeah. Dustin says, I'd go back and make sure KJ Jefferson didn't try the Superman dive. Oh, that A&M game was the worst. That
like
was
4 yards out.
It was, yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of those. We got a lot of those. Oh, just
we have
gut,
to have this
gut
therapy
punch
now.
moments,
we have
man.
To have this therapy now here
right.
before the season starts.
It's okay. Hey, you know what? That's why we got a memory like a goldfish. Everybody, you gotta move on. You got to turn it around and move on. Speaking of moving on, we're gonna hit a break. We have got our Gusano's Pizzeria final slice here on this Friday. Right after this,
Madison, James Madison. We are the Dukes of JMU. Madison, James Madison. The Fighting Dukes of JMU.
This is halftime.
Delicious, slow-roasted Cantina chicken. It's on the new Cantina chicken rolled quesadilla at Taco Bell. It's a delicious quesadilla with slow-roasted chicken, like we just mentioned. Then it's rolled up, kind of like a burrito, if you will. And let's face it, you probably will. That slow-roasted chicken we're talking about. The Cantina chicken rolled quesadilla, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time and while supplies last.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
The Roar E dirt bikes are unleashed, and they're ripping up everything you thought you knew about power. Instant torque that snaps your head back, silent speed that hits before you hear it. No gas, no gears, just pure electric domination. Twist it and hold on. Trail, track, street, doesn't matter. These machines are built to shred. Ready to go full throttle without the noise? Get your hands on a Roar E dirt bike today at Wheeler Power Sports. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967 in downtown Fort Smith.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
You don't just maintain your land, you master it. And at Sutherland's, we've got the steel to help you do it. Experience the brute force of a bad boy mower. These mowers turn a weekend chore into a victory lap. But every great machine needs a home. Our Sutherland's custom barns are built to last. Call 1-800-66-BARNS. Sutherland's, with 4 stores in Arkansas, Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart, and online at Sutherlands.com. No matter the project, we're here to help, because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
The Arkansas Department of Transportation reminds you there is zero tolerance for handheld devices in highway construction zones, which are hands-free by law. And always slow down when you see orange barrels. Help us keep road workers and drivers safe. We all want to get home at the end of the day. Just remember, slow down, phone down. It only takes a second to change your life or someone else's. This message from the Arkansas Department of Transportation, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and this station.
When you need legal help, turn to the law offices of Craig L. Cook. With over 40 years combined experience, the Cook Law Team works for you. If you've been injured in an auto accident, hurt on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help with bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook, with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes fresh from scratch salsas, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy warm chips to start your meal. Plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more that will make your experience one you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Welcome back into halftime, live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Welcome back here as we get things wrapped up with our Gusano's Pizzeria final slice. And guys, my final slice for this Friday and really for this week is going out to practice. I left feeling a lot better about this Razorback team overall with just what I saw than when I arrived. And so even though there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered, still a lot of things that definitely need to be ironed and worked out, I felt better about what I saw from a physicality standpoint, from just like the way that these guys look. Like, you passed the eye test. And I think on August 7th, that's a good feeling to have. And I haven't always felt that at this point in time when I've covered Arkansas in recent years. So that is my final slice as I now head in and see what practice looks like on day 3.
What a fun week. Final slice. Don't read into the quarterback battle too much right now, just because one of them got day 1 and one of them got day 2. It's still a battle. So just keep your head up and keep staying in tune, but don't read into the fact that the guy that got day 1 is 100% going to be the starter, which I think he will be, but don't read into it too much.
Final slice for me today. We did not get a chance to talk about this. We were having some really good football conversations as well. But Alyssa, you talked to me a little bit about this yesterday after the show concluded. But I think there is a new competitor that has entered the arena for the athletic director that says the dumbest stuff. Now
Oh my gosh.
He's still got him in terms of sheer volume.
Yes.
But I don't know if he's ever said something quite as dumb as what the Purdue athletic director said yesterday.
Every
Poor
recruit,
Barry Odom.
every current student athlete will hear this message repeatedly. We are here to win championships. If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana.
Every single one of these people, every single one of these athletic directors at a Power 5 school that needs to hire somebody that is not interested in sniffing their farts. They have to have somebody there that's going to tell them what you're about to say sounds stupid. It sounds dumb, and it's not the thing that you should be saying right now. How in the world could Purdue go up there and say anything about winning championships? Like, unless we're talking about women's golf from the 90s, I don't know the last time Purdue has won a championship in anything. And I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, we love the old Oaken bucket. But, like, they've kicked your butt, like, for a long
But
time.
also, like, guys, like Indiana just won a championship.
They just won a national
They
championship.
just won a national championship.
Maybe you got to give it to
And
the guy.
Barry
Maybe
Odom,
he's
Barry
just-
Odom is
oh,
pissed.
Of course he
Barry Odom's going to be taking the brunt of that sometime. And when do they play? October. Terrible, terrible. Oh, man, dumb. Stop saying dumb things.
Stop saying
Have
dumb
smarter people
things.
around you.
Stop.
That's it. Just stop. Golly.
Have people up
unfortunate.
there that are you don't need to surround yourself with yes men. There has to be a no guy in there as well. Somebody that says
right.
no. Somebody that gives you a differing perspective. Not someone that's just there so they can,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know if he showed anyone what he was going to say. Oof, bad look. Bad look. That is going to do it for today's Final Slice, brought to you by our friends at Gusano's Pizza, bringing you the perfect slice made with only the freshest ingredients. And if you haven't gotten over there to Gusano's, well, guess what? Their pizza for August, the summer barbecue pizza, creamy ranch base with chicken, bacon, mozzarella cheese, a smoky barbecue sauce swirl on top that brings it all together. Oh my God, that sounds so good. So whether you're dining in, ordering to go, or planning your next watch party, Gusano's has everything you need. Visit gusanospizza.com to view the full menu and find a location nearest you. Headed out to practice. Going to put up some practice video for you fine folks coming up later on tonight when I get back from practice, and have a lot to talk about on Monday as well. Ruskin and Zach going to join us after the break here, and it'll be fun. Gotta see what they did. But it was a good week. Got to go to Harrison. Got to go to football practice. Got to see Matt Jones in person, and hear from all you fine folks at home. So thanks for joining us here on this halftime. It's been fun.
Delicious, slow-roasted Cantina chicken. It's on the new